Astra.
Hello and welcome to the Pirate King Plays Genshin Impact! Where last we left our hero, we went through an... oh, hey, would you look at that? I'll get to that in a second. We went through the newest story quest with, Animo Sword Boy from Inazuma, whose name I'm forgetting already. Had to do with the Cursed Sword, which I called right away. Very good. But we have a hangout quest today. And before we start anything, apparently it's Hu Tao's birthday. I gotta remember how she speaks. Ghosty girl. Recently, I have been very interested in fishing. But I couldn't catch anything even after sitting by the pond for days. In hindsight, I think it's because I lacked an assistant. When it comes to fishing, I immediately thought of you, my dear friend. You're the perfect person to count on. You travel the world and fished all over the world. You're a master of masters in fishing. Come and help me out. All the fish here are the fish here too full? Or maybe they don't like my bait. Though I failed in fishing, I plunged into the water and successfully caught quite a couple of nice fish. Tender fish slices go perfectly with Yangjung noodles, aromatic and fresh. A perfect combination of stillness and movement. Such a dish is simply food for the soul. I mustn't have it all for myself. A grain of rice on the ground, a bird flying in the sky. Come with me, Hu Tao around. You'll be so happy you could die. Come quick, I'll be right here waiting for you. Oh, she gave us bait. Cool. Another revive dish with ghosts. So many ghosts. How did you put the ghosts in there? Okay. Well, before I do anything, one thing popped up before we started, and this is going to be something we look into after the other quest, which is Summertime Odyssey. Okay, it is on the quest menu. I don't know if it's voiced or not. If it's voiced, we're going to continue playing it all the way through. And I guess this is something that we will be getting while over there. If I look at the map... Oh, it's not here yet. We'll have to start the quest in order to do that, and that starts over in Mondstadt. But for now... Yeah, see, that's this one here. For now, we will be doing what I set out to do in the beginning. The Hangout quest, Trapped by Storm, for Shikanoin Heizo, who is a new character. We have not seen him in anything yet. And yes, it's a him, I believe. So, let's do this thing. They're introducing a character via Hangout quest, rather than via any sort of main quest. Though I guess... Was...
Error.
Shinobu, oh, go to detectives. Was Shinobu introduced in a, event quest? It's another weird way to do it. Oop, already got a conversation going on there. Hello, Sango!
What if the Traveler is also unavailable?
Hi.
What am I supposed to do?
But I'm here now. I'm good. Oh, autoplay.
Well, that's your problem. It was your choice to get into this mess. Oh, but fortunately for you, it appears your savior has just arrived.
Ah, Traveler. Great, you made it.
Don't worry, I'm available.
Well, it's not like you were ever really busy to begin with.
Hey.
Sango? Compared to the Traveler, you're the one who has too much free time.
No, I'm very busy. I'm busy standing here. I have to stand here all day.
Even if it's a commission you're unwilling to take, your excuse is just pathetic.
A commission you're unwilling to take?
Yes, that's why I've asked you to come over. Allow me to explain. A key member of the Tenryou Commission has recently gone missing. No one has seen them, and their whereabouts are currently unknown. The Tenryou Commission has entrusted us to find this person discreetly because it would be a hassle for them to look for this person openly for a variety of reasons.
You see me itching around my neck a lot. I got a haircut today, as you can probably tell. So, you know, hair bits stuck in the fabric of my shirt, that sort of thing. It's itchy.
Their name is...
Kujosara. That's
Oh, shit.
right. The general has gone missing.
I can bring her out right now if that helps.
If the general was really missing, the Tenryou Commission would have flipped Inazuma on its head by now. And do you think they would only commission us for a case like that? Please ignore Sango's nonsense, Traveler. In fact, the missing person's name is Shikanoin Heizo. He works as a special detective at the police station. Although his rank is merely a doshin, he is quite competent and held in high regard by the police station.
Do they think he's more competent than me?
We
He has a
get that you
vision,
don't want to
so-
help Sango, but could you at least try not to make things more difficult here? Sorry, Traveler. Even though I accepted the commission, as you can see, Sango's less than thrilled to be involved in this case.
Because there are too few clues?
Nope, not even close.
You just don't
If
like
you
the
really
guy?
want to know why, it's because I absolutely refuse to deal with that brat's nonsense. The only news that could make me happier than Shikanoin has gone missing would be Shikanoin has been missing for 100 years.
Needless to say, Sango and Heizo have a bit of a history.
I see what you mean. They're competitors.
Well, it's a little more serious than that. According to Sango, Heizo was an obstacle in her path to the Temple of Truth.
Like a yappy dog that was constantly in the way.
Even though Heizo has a unique personality,
I'll be the judge
he's
of
actually
that.
a nice guy. Really, I've learned a lot from him. So I can't just ignore this case, even if Sango doesn't approve. At the very least, I could entrust the commission to someone capable and trustworthy, like you, Traveler.
I see. So you're outsourcing it to me.
Huh? No, it's not like that. Listen, I'll pay the entire amount originally promised by the Tenryou Commission, and I'll even personally throw in some additional funds. I'm really hoping you can take this commission, Traveler. If Heizo
Paying me
truly
more
is
than
in
it's worth?
danger,
Sure.
I know he'll be safer with you by his side.
You close with him?
Actually, we get along great. But Sango has always asked me to keep my distance and not to act like I know him in public settings. So, when people ask, I usually just say I've met Shikanoin a few times. If it hadn't been for today's incident, well, let's not get into that. Anyway, could you please help look for him?
Understood. I'll head there immediately.
Well, that's about all I have to tell you. Oh, please take this commission letter from the police station. If you find Heizo, return there and report back to them.
Okay. Ask around Watatsumi Island. Interesting. What did we just get? Oh, I forgot to put those in. Huh. Oh, I don't get to read it. It's just a sealed scroll. Alright, so we're going all the way to Sanganamiya Shrine. Okay. Let's find this missing police officer. Sort of.
Oh, it's you, the captain of Swordfish 2? My name is Shibata. I'm in charge of the watch here. May I inquire as to what the captain needs?
I'm here for information about a specific individual. This guy called Hazo. It's commission.
So his name is Shikanoin Heizo, huh? Yes, I'm familiar with the detective. He used to stroll around the area. Her Excellency had assigned me to
So he
keep
is
a
a
close
detective.
eye on him at the time, fearing that he would do something unpleasant. But I eventually realized that he acted more like he was on a trip or something. Come to think of it, I believe he was recently spotted in the area east of the Sanganamiya Shrine. Please feel free to go there and take a look for yourself.
Okay. It's a real weird way to start a hangout quest. We haven't done any typical hangout quest stuff yet. They are putting everything right next to fast travel points, though, so that's nice. Something tells me this is the only time we'll have to do the beginning. You're kidding me. He got captured.
Come on, you guys. I'm nothing but a poor tourist with empty pockets. Please, you can just let me go.
Shut up and stay put. Say no more. To the ferry. Finally, No.
Well, well, look who it is. I was wondering who could be valiant enough to wipe the floor with these guys so easily.
Oh, we
Turns
started
out it was the
halfway.
distinguished traveler. Really, I can't thank you enough.
Have we met?
Of course I was aware of you long before you arrived in Inazuma. Though the Sakoku decree managed to keep the country locked up, it wasn't able to stop the incredible stories about you. Every day, all of those little stories would come
My
scurrying over to
reputation
my
precedes
desk,
me.
like files with little feet. I was actually thinking about going to meet you once I wrapped up the business at hand. Who would have guessed that you'd show up first? I got so excited I nearly forgot to introduce myself. The name's Shikanoin Heizo, Special Detective of the Tenryou Commission. It's a pleasure to meet you, Traveler. I wish you all the best on your journey through Teyvat, by the way.
I've been commissioned to come find you.
I guess that means I've taken over as the main character in your story today. I've
More
always
the
heard that you take
focus, not
commissions
sure
from
about
all
the
kinds
main
of people,
character.
helping everyone out with everything you can imagine. So now it's my turn to take your help, huh? Don't mind if I do.
Aren't you curious about whose commission it is?
That was already obvious to me. It's no coincidence that you've arrived here. Because that would be the stuff of an epic novel. The two protagonists of the story both travel to Watatsumi Island by chance and cross paths as if by fate. The traveler from afar heroically rescues the weak and defenseless detective from the clutches of the ruthless Nobushi. Traveler, you are so dreamy. Unfortunately, though, I don't believe in coincidences. So, guessing you came to me on the police station's commission, didn't you?
I will say right now, it's sounding a bit quiet to me. I don't know how quiet it is for you guys. I think it's just because my air conditioning is on and it's fucking loud. So, I'm just afraid that if I turn up my speakers here, you're going to hear more of an echo, which I'm sure there's already an echo, but I literally cannot do anything about that because I refuse to wear headphones. Back to the story. How'd you know that?
I'm a detective. Can you guess what gave it away?
The fact that you've been locked up and they would be looking for you because you hadn't checked in. Did you deduce it from what I said?
Sounds like you already have some ideas about the work of a detective. Let me ask you this. What's that your little sidekick is holding? If I'm not mistaken, it's a commission letter from the police station.
Is Paimon just holding it out here? Just
What? Paimon's just here to take a look. And hey, who are you calling a little sidekick? Paimon was worried he might be in danger, so Paimon came to help.
Paimon, you're less than a sidekick.
Why are you two staring at Paimon? Is Paimon not supposed to be here?
I'm not staring. I'm just taking a look.
Yeah, I'm also just taking a look.
What?
He can look, but you can't.
What?
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. After all, This is the first time I've seen a voice.
What?
I must admit, I'm most intrigued.
I'm sorry, do you know what she is?
Voice? What are you talking about?
A vision is an external magical focus, right? Well, similarly, a voice is an external voice box. I've heard that the Traveler isn't very talkative, but given how chatty you are, you must be his voice, right?
That sounds awful! Paimon's not somebody's voice! Paimon's emergency food!
No, you're not.
No, wait! Paimon's so upset she can't think straight! Paimon is Paimon! How dare you give Paimon such a terrible nickname? We came here to rescue you, but you actually opened the cage yourself. You were only pretending to be captured by the Nobushi, weren't you? Pretty suspicious if you ask Paimon. Come out with it, mister. What kind of schemes are you up to?
Sheesh. For someone who says they don't want to be a voice, you sure do talk a lot.
Yes, I'd also like to know what you're doing here, Detective Hazo.
Well, let me think for a moment. Yes, all this started a long time ago, during the war. Kujo Takayuki, who was head of the Tenryo Commission at the time, had secretly asked me to investigate the military capabilities of Sangonomiya. But I had already grown tired of the guy for a while, so I simply treated the trip as a paid vacation. I had heard that Watatsumi Island is really beautiful. As for the mission, I thought I'd just come up with some random excuses or whatever when I reported back. But guess what? The first night I arrived on Watatsumi Island, I had a dream. The dream contained only one message, an echo resounding from the depths of the earth that kept ringing in my ears, saying...
Saying what?
Something vital is missing on this island. Isn't that bizarre?
Oh, that was just an excuse to get
Something vital
Paimon
has gone
off
missing
the screen.
on this island. Has something evaporated into thin air? What could it be?
Paimon bets it must be something delicious. You know,
You always
because the
think
soil
that.
of Watatsumi Island can't grow crops. There's a shortage of food here.
Huh.
Oh. Food, huh? How about you, Traveler? What do you think is missing?
Huh. I mean, it's our first run through, so we'll always do the top choice. But even though they're giving us 4, the two on that side, I gotta mirror myself to point in the right way. The 2 on that side are obviously either jokes or no actual results. So let's go with music first. Definitely not missing it as we're hearing it right now, but
That was an unexpected response. It'd be right at home in a novel. Interestingly, I didn't have the same dream again after I left this place, so I became even more intrigued. Was this really just some random dream? Some people believe that dreams represent the divine's helping hand, which I suppose is understandable. However, if you ask me, dreams have nothing to do with the gods. Instead, they are flashes of intuition. It was my intuition telling me that there was something important about this island that, poof, suddenly vanished. So I decided to accept this little commission from my intuition and investigate to see if I could come up with any compelling findings.
okay, I think it gave us 4 'cause it
Unfortunately,
didn't matter.
the investigation has had little progress up to this point.
Does it have anything to do with these Nobushi?
Who knows? I felt there was something peculiar about them, so I pretended to get captured to see if there were any leads that would surface. And that's when you showed up.
I'm sorry for interfering with your plans.
Nah, don't worry about it. These guys were just a bunch of small fries. Besides, your arrival is
bad
much more
pronunciation
important to me.
And
I have
enunciation.
a feeling you can help me find the answer to my dream. So how would you like to partner up on this one? We can work together to solve the mystery.
It's a bunch of small fries. No, it's a bunch of small fries. You gotta enunciate the small in that because small fry is a phrase in and of itself. To say small fries would be actually like talking about fries. English is weird. But I have a commission to fulfill, so I'll have to bring you back first.
Yes, of course, I understand. But let me ask one more question. Did the police station say they are looking for me because of something important?
No, they didn't.
Well, then it's probably nothing major. Most likely they're short on staff or something petty like that, and they happen to remember their model employee. So since we're already here, why don't we just solve this puzzle together? Once everything is settled, I'll gladly accompany you back to the police station, or anywhere else you'd like to go. What do you think?
Woof. Curious about your dream, my duty to bring you back. But it's my duty to bring you back. Your dream's really out there, so I think I should bring you back first. There's someone concerned about your safety. Okay, I'm curious about your dream too. I'll assist your investigation. Or I think your dream's really out there, but I'll tag along since. So, yes and no is pretty much what it is. Go this way.
It's a deal then, partner. So, let's get started, shall we?
Okay, you guys can actually see
First,
the
we can
hearts
search
this
the
time,
camp for
which are up here.
clues.
Okay, searching for clues. Just to get the goods again. Hold on. Oh, I can't take that?
Ooh, what's the shiny thing? Oh, it's a Sango Pearl.
Oh.
Hey, isn't this crystal mirror?
But like blue crystal marrow.
So, have you found anything?
No, it looks more purple in that light. Found a bunch of crystal marrow and Sango pearls.
Yes, I've found pretty much the same. And there really are a lot.
Aren't these all super expensive? Oh, these must be the valuable things that went missing from the island. That's it. The Nobushi must have stolen them all.
I don't know if I'd go that far. The Nobushi would be very hard-pressed to find many opportunities to get their hands on commodities like these.
Huh? What do you mean? Did the Nobushi gather all this themselves?
No, that's unlikely. Crystal marrow is a rare material for crafting weapons, and Sango pearls are an even more precious commodity. Here's what I think. Due to Watatsumi's poor soil, the island's economy is quite fragile and heavily reliant on the trade of these special resources. So, it's absolutely vital that they keep them under lock and key and well out of the Nobushi's reach. Which means they got lucky with a huge batch like this. My guess is they ambushed a caravan. If we go ask around the Sangonomiya Shrine, we can find out if there have been any recent instances of caravans being plundered.
I know someone at the shrine. Follow me.
Perfect. I knew you'd be a huge help.
Well, duh! The Traveler is Paimon's companion after all.
Other way around, Paimon. Other way around. Can we take this, though? Can I take the crystal marrow? No? Alright, to the shrine it is. From the missing person to the missing thing. Talking to this guy again.
Captain, I see you found the detective.
Watatsumi Island sure is a beautiful place. I don't think I could ever leave.
You can stay as long as you like, granted you don't cause any trouble, that is. Her Excellency has stated that all friendly visitors are welcome.
I'd like to know whether any merchants or caravans have recently reported incidents of stolen goods.
Incidents of stolen goods? Not that I'm aware of. Her Excellency has recently launched several measures to boost the economy, including the development of trade routes and establishing our own caravans. Troops have also been deployed to protect them, so it is only reasonable to assume that the current trade routes are already very safe. Any looting or theft would be practically unthinkable.
That's strange. Then where did the Nobushi get those goods from?
Huh? You mean you found goods of unknown origin?
Yep.
Yep, and it's all Sango pearls and crystal marrow, so we know it's local.
Wait,
Could there have really been a theft
Not
that hasn't
entirely.
been reported? That should
crystal marrow is only from the other islands.
Well,
the center
perhaps
two.
you could go ask Todoroki. He's responsible for the caravans and is usually in the village at night preparing the goods. If something has happened, he should know about it.
Icy Hot's
Great.
here?
Thank you for all the info. Let's go.
Hey, Traveler! It's been a while.
Hey, Goro!
I missed you. Why didn't you inform me that you'd be coming over today?
Ah, General Goro.
You're dismissed, Shibata. You may go about your other duties while I catch up with the Traveler.
Yes, General Goro.
I overheard you discussing a case of stolen goods. Is that right?
That's right! We found a lot of Watatsumi's valuable products in an Ibushi camp!
You give the items you found to Goro.
I
Even
see.
though I didn't see us take them.
So you've come to ask if we know of any relevant cases. Well, I'm ashamed to say that, yes, the caravans have been plundered. And not just once, I'm afraid. We had already dispatched
Should've
additional
just said
forces
no.
to protect the caravans, yet the crooks still managed to get away with the goods.
And you're concerned that if this kind of news were to get out, it would undermine the confidence of other caravans. So you didn't make it public, and instead kept the news to only a select few.
That's correct. I never expected you to be so concerned about Watatsumi's affairs, Detective Heizo.
Just a force of habit, really. As a detective, I notice these kinds of things.
Oh, so you two already know each other?
Actually, I've only heard of Detective Heizo from the soldiers' reports. We've never met in person.
Until now.
Darn it. You're right. Now that you mention it, I've been on Watatsumi Island all this time and still haven't properly introduced myself. Man alive, please forgive me. It's a pleasure to meet you, General Goro. I'm Shikanoin Heizo of the Tenryo Commission.
Yes, it's a pleasure to meet you too. I'd like to express my gratitude to you for stepping in and helping recover those goods.
Don't mention it. You never know what you'll find when you're out for a stroll. But if the source of the problem is not addressed, I'm afraid this sort of situation will continue cropping up for you.
Yes, of course. Not only have we reassured the affected caravans, but we also dispatched personnel to investigate the culprits. The reports indicated that the stolen goods were being delivered to a merchant of the International Trade Association named Godot. It all seems pretty unusual.
Godot?
We suspect that there are bigger players behind Godot, and that their target is none other than Watatsumi Island's valuable resources. But unfortunately, it would be difficult for us to investigate further, given that...
Given that Rito, the island where the International Trade Association is located, is not part of your territory, yes. They have cleverly picked their base of operations.
I can see you catch on quickly, Detective Heizo.
It's my guess that you're telling us this because you're going to ask us to assist you in finding who's behind all this, right?
You're always thinking one step ahead. Yes, those were exactly my intentions. And of course, we will prepare a generous reward for you. The recent end of the war, trade and commerce have now become an important component of Watatsumi Island's development. Ensuring safety of the trade routes is critical, and we can't afford any further incidents. So, will you please help Watatsumi Island, Detective Heizo?
And also, if we were to solve this and we were to get out that a general from Watatsumi Island and a detective from the Tenryo Commission work together to solve it and solidify trade between the two nations? Not really the right word. We'll just say the two islands. That would be very good for everyone involved.
I'm willing to assist, but it all depends on what he wishes.
Oh, Heizo doesn't know where the captain of Swordfish 2 yet at the very least. Well, maybe not. I like this one better. Goro's a good friend. We should do this for him regardless of the rewards.
Great! With both Detective Heizo and the Traveler on the case, I'm sure it'll be solved in no time. The situation is now in your capable hands. I look forward to hearing your report when you get back.
All right, we'll take care of it. Traveler, let's go discuss where to head from here.
Exercise caution when traveling to Rito. If you come across any unexpected dangers, retreat first. Your safety is the priority. You must approach this issue with a long-term strategy in mind.
Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, we're just going to a nearby location. Do we go up here? Do we go down here? Oh, over here. I guess is a normal place for people to be walking. Oh yeah, that's actually the path up.
Hey!
Technically.
Why are we talking way over here? Oh, you're not trying to get away from Goro so he can't overhear us, are you?
Very perceptive. Seems even Paimon has her moments. Let me ask you, do you believe in intuition?
Huh? Intuition? Where are you going with this?
My intuition tells me that General Goro is lying.
What? How could you say that? Although he did seem a little on the serious side today, but Goro's a good guy.
Good people can be deceptive too. After all, everyone has their secrets.
What makes you say that?
Well, in my opinion, the timing of his appearance was a little too coincidental. Sangonomiya's soldiers have been keeping an eye on me for the entire time I've been on Watatsumi Island, yet I had never seen General Goro even once. But today he came out and met with us, and even commissioned us to investigate a case.
Maybe that's
Well,
because the
yeah.
Traveler is here today, and Goro thinks he's more capable.
Really? Huh. Then that makes things even more peculiar. If there are powerful players behind this case, and he needs to draw upon external support, then he should have taken action sooner rather than wait until today. A more plausible explanation is that the items we discovered are linked with some unspeakable secret, and he had to intervene to prevent us from digging any deeper.
Or
Then
he
he
only
put up a
just
smokescreen to
realized he
mislead
needed
us.
external help.
I surmise that investigating the merchant Godot on Rito will yield no results.
Whoa, are you serious? But this is all just a hunch you have, right?
Actually, there is another key factor behind my reasoning, though you may not believe me. I sense something special about Goro.
Something special?
Yes. Whatever is missing on this island, I sense it in him.
Whoa! Hold it right there! Are you saying Goro's a thief? As in he took something valuable?
It's not that simple. I can't fully explain it. It's just my intuition.
This certainly doesn't line up with the Goro I know.
Sure, I trust your judgment. But perhaps you're overlooking someone else, the true leader here.
Ah, this is definitely a split, so we'll do the first one first. Alright, you've convinced me there might be some secret here. What do we do?
It's simple. We should just investigate whatever it is they're trying to hide from us. And what were we planning to do just before Goro showed up?
Oh, we were going to talk to the leader of the caravans. Yeah, someone named Todoroki.
Icy hot.
Bingo. There's no time to lose. Let's go talk to this Todoroki.
Okay. Wait until night. Okay, but where are we going, though? Oh, we were pretty close, huh? Oh, just Boro Village. I probably could have walked over there and made it in time. Actually, I am going to walk over there. Boro Village. What? What's going on here? Why can't I talk to them? Oh, Okay. We're supposed to
Todoroki,
spy on them.
The shipment has arrived and is ready for inspection.
Good. Let's go.
Hey, it's Totoro!
Keep quiet. Let's follow him and see where he leads us.
Ooh, I do a dodge roll if I
Your
if I
intel was
dodge
spot
while
on. When
crouched.
we arrived, the Nobushi were all still asleep. We captured them all, and the goods were retrieved and brought back here.
I'll take a look. Everything seems in order. Good work.
It's nothing. Thanks to the efforts of your caravan, the price of grain in the village has decreased.
That's right. And who would have thought that the injuries we sustained during the war would have such a lingering effect on our bodies? But thankfully, you also brought back some life-saving medicine.
Things are improving thanks to the help from those up top. Oh, by the way, what is the state of the village's inventory? Make sure that it's confirmed tonight. I have to leave tomorrow morning after I go to the Sangonomiya Shrine and get instructions from General Goro.
Don't worry, we've already prepared the list. Just follow us.
Just a moment, I'll be right back. And not actually moving anywhere, I just need to do something on another screen. And there we go. Anyway.
And Todoroki said he'll get instructions from Goro tomorrow. Interesting. It appears these seized goods were never stolen. There's something else behind all this.
Glaze lilies? What are these doing here? Shouldn't it be crystal marrow or something?
Now's our chance to look around and see if we can...
Whoa! Genshin? Paimon was expecting to find Sango pearls.
Yeah, those aren't even from
This
region.
box is packed so tight! It looks like it could burst. Let's see what's inside. Huh? What are all these plants and flowers? Oh, there's a small note here.
Torn bill. The handwriting has been smudged by water stains, making it difficult to read. Only a faint outline of the words Foreign Trade Association can be seen at the signature.
So, did you find anything?
Whoa! Look at all the Genshin! And glaze lilies too! There are also tons of other plants and flowers Paimon doesn't know here. Weird.
These are valuable raw ingredients for producing medicine. If these few crates were to be imported from Rito, the price would be jaw-dropping. On top of that, these items seem to lack a tax clearance certificate, meaning that they were most likely smuggled. Yes, very interesting. Now, where did the Nobushi get these goods?
They gave the people in Sangonomiya gave the Nobushi, or leaked information to the Nobushi on ways they could steal all these supplies, and then they stole it from the Nobushi, so it was a lot cheaper. My guess.
How about you? Did you find anything else?
There's a bill here addressed to the Foreign Trade Association.
Foreign Trade Association? I've never heard of such an organization in Rito. And if it's regarding foreign trade, then smuggling is an even more likely possibility. All right. In which case, I have a rough hypothesis. First, we...
Hi, Gara. Nope,
Who
we're
goes there?
Kakuta.
Oh no! We've been
Huh? Wait, Captain? Is that you?
Oh, so it's you, Captain. You had me worried there. We almost mistook you for bandits. Captain, do you remember us? During the war, I was in the field hospital with Masashi. Teppei brought you to see us and helped find medicine for us.
Hey, come on now. The captain wouldn't forget.
No, of course not.
I gotta tell you, Captain, we all miss you. We haven't seen you ever since the end of the war. When we heard that you were coming here, we just assumed you were only going to see General Goro and Her Excellency. The guys are all really hoping to see you.
How have you all been?
We're fine. You don't have to worry about us, Captain.
No, you're not fine. Captain, you may not be aware, but Masashi previously fainted on the front lines. The doctor thought that it might be a neurological condition caused by overstimulated emotions. It's pretty serious. According to the doctor, if it hadn't been for the medication he's been taking, he would have developed dementia. And that was assuming the best case scenario.
You're one to talk. Don't forget why I fainted in the first place. It's because I heard that you got yourself killed by an arrow. I couldn't handle all the emotion. Later, I found out that he'd been shot in the buttocks, and it was only a mild injury. I had an emotional breakdown for nothing.
What do you mean
he
for
got
nothing?
shot in the
I got
ass.
shot not by one, but 2 arrows in a row. The first arrow was to the left cheek, and the second arrow was also to the left. And because the arrows were poisonous, the wound still hasn't completely healed yet. I have to apply ointment every day, and I'm constantly worried it might reopen while I sleep.
Look on the
Must be hard
bright
to sit
side.
down.
At least we're still alive.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. But enough about us. What brings you here, Captain?
It's like, have you been, Captain? Guess what? This guy fainted on the battlefield because I got poisoned after being shot in the ass. But enough about that. How are you doing? Tell me about these goods.
Oh, these goods are all seized from the hands of Nobushi and treasure hoarders. Todoroki was the one who provided us with the intel. He mentioned there were bandits here and there, so we went and took care of them while also confiscating the goods.
By the way, Captain, you still haven't met Todoroki, have you? He's the one we're working for now. Her Excellency recently announced plans to stimulate the economy and created the caravans, with Todoroki at the helm.
Yeah, he's proven to be quite capable. Even though he was just a farmer before, he's now successfully running the caravans. And his 2 sons were also our brothers in arms. Both received a special medal of honor from General Goro, which is quite remarkable, don't you think?
So, as injured veterans, we've been reassigned to Todoroki. He's the one who gives us orders and pays our salaries now. What do they call that again?
It's called changing careers, dummy.
Ah, right. Changing careers.
What's
Anyway,
point
I
of
think the
that?
whole caravan thing is wonderful. Our region wasn't very prosperous to begin with, and the land can't grow any crops. We have to pay a hefty price just to get basic food from outside. I can't even imagine trying to maintain and feed an army like we did during the war.
I see. I think I understand the general situation now. May I ask where the apprehended criminals are?
Oh, and you are?
Don't worry, he's a friend of mine.
Ah, I see. The captain's friend. It should be okay to tell you then. We apprehended all the culprits and escorted them to a temporary location not far from here. Unfortunately, Masashi and I have other duties tonight and won't be able to take you there. Why don't you wait for a moment and I'll find someone else to show you the way.
It's all right. You can return to your duties. We'll find the way ourselves.
I'm pretty sure I've already got a grasp on what's going on. All I need now is to confirm it with the apprehended bandits. Let's go.
Cool. Great
Are
thing
you
about
still a little
being,
confused?
Huh. It's like,
Let
yeah,
me
we're
help
caught,
connect
but
the dots.
they know me, so it's
This
fine.
whole thing was actually quite similar to a case I once worked on previously. It was a case involving the trade of prohibited items, and they employed an old trick to execute the deal. The culprit would first go strolling down the street until they knocked over a pedestrian on purpose.
Oh, damn it. I should have waited.
Sir, please forgive us, sir. We are nothing more than petty thieves.
Sir, what do I look like? A commissioner? Does my friend here look like a commissioner to you?
I mean, I'm a captain.
Officer!
Hazel.
Officer!
First, I'm gonna need to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Go ahead, ask anything.
The soldiers discovered many valuable goods in your camp. The goods don't appear to be from around here. So the question is, where did they come from?
Oh, the goods? Right, we picked them up at the beach.
You picked them up.
Well, no, we, actually stole them.
There you
Be
go.
honest now. Tell me the whole story.
Yes, sir. I mean, officer. We took those goods from a small merchant ship just off the beach, but we didn't exactly steal them. You see, the ship's guards all took off running the moment they saw us. They abandoned the goods, and we simply came and picked them up. But next thing we know, a group of soldiers arrives, and we're all apprehended. Talk about bad luck. We didn't even have a chance to stash away the goods before we got caught.
You say that the merchant ship's guards fled without putting up a fight. You expect me to believe that?
You just assumed they were scared witless and didn't have the guts to fight. I'm not bragging or anything, but our boss is pretty intimidating. With his massive muscle and strength, he could scare anyone.
You really expect us to believe all this?
No, you gotta believe me. Just the other day, we scared off an entire squad of soldiers. When they noticed us, they went running and dropped their goods. I swear. I still remember seeing tons of Songo pearls and crystal marrow on that load.
Unwitting
Oh,
middleman.
nice and shiny too. Ooh, it was amazing. Unfortunately, a bunch of pirates came later and snatched those goods. It just happened that our boss had diarrhea that day and couldn't hold off the pirates. This luck of ours.
Wait a tick. Pirates?
Yep, no doubt about it. They came on a massive ship.
There we go.
And their captain was a pretty lady with an eye patch. We had no idea how powerful she was.
That's Captain Beto.
It was
She's
like,
fucking
boom,
powerful.
boom, thud. Only took 3 hits before she knocked out the boss.
Only 3.
A pretty lady with an eye patch?
It took 3. Should have been less.
Oh.
Beto.
Does this description remind you of someone, Paimon?
No! Doesn't remind
Okay. And how about you?
Me neither. Or, come to think of it, all pirates were eye patches. Like, me neither. I guess we're not? We're not saying Beto? This both sounds like a no, so.
Really? Okay, I'll take that as a no, then. It appears that the situation is just as I suspected. Todoroki is striking a shady deal with a group of pirates, while General Goro appears to be assisting with the cover-up.
What? How could that be?
Todoroki said that he'd be going to Sangonomiya early tomorrow morning to get Goro's instructions before the caravan leaves. Now is the time to address any doubts you may have. Tomorrow morning will be our moment to confront them. Hopefully, my final question will be answered then as well.
Your final question?
The question of what important thing this island is missing. I
Oh,
can feel
first
some
question.
connection to the question in Goro, Todoroki, and even to Kuda and Masashi. Hopefully, we'll finally have an answer tomorrow. Let's get some rest. I'll see you at Sangano.
Yep. No. Nobushi Flunky. And they're the Nobushi, I guess.
Oh, officer, don't forget to tell the officials how cooperative we've been. Please?
Yeah, fuck off. Where are we? Oh, just wait till the following day. Sure. Cock-a-doodle-doo! Yippee morning! Oh. Maybe I should have fast traveled. That's fine. Alright.
Sangonomiya Shrine is a sacred place.
Who are you?
Hello, Todoroki. I'm Shikanoin Heizo, Special Detective of the Tenryou Commission. I believe you've been manipulating large-scale illegal trades for some time now. Mind if we talk about that for a bit?
You can't just go around spewing such nonsense, young man.
Yeah, you're getting right to the point.
And what if I'm not talking nonsense?
Ridiculous. I don't have time to listen to this. Get out of here, you little brat.
I know I'm on the younger side compared to you, Todoroki, so I'm sure you must have heard the old saying. Off the scale, some goods only weigh a couple pounds, but on the scale, they weigh more than 1,000. So the question is, do you want to put your goods on the scale or not?
What are you trying to say?
Well, nothing. All I want to hear is you personally confirming what we already know to be the truth.
Masashi! Tokuda! Arrest these people!
Huh? Todoroki, what's wrong?
Who dares to cause trouble at Sangonomiya Shrine? Huh? Wait, it's...
Hi, guys!
Captain? What are you doing?
These crooks are trying to pry into the secrets of Watatsumi. We mustn't let them go.
But, no. There must be some kind of misunderstanding. Todoroki, this is the captain of Swordfish 2, one of our own.
It doesn't matter who they are. Remember what General Goro told you? A long-term goal of Watatsumi is to revive its trade and commerce. And since you have been assigned to work with me, it's my orders that count around here. I don't care if they were your captain. Would you dare disobey orders?
Yes. It is your duty to disobey unjust orders.
What do we do?
Well, what are you waiting for? All right, I see how it is. If you two won't do it, I will.
I really hoped it wouldn't come to this. But... here we go.
Wait! Everyone, stand down!
General Goro! You're here.
My apologies, Traveler, Detective Heizo. I wasn't telling you the truth.
Well,
Todoroki,
right.
the Traveler here is the hero who saved Watatsumi Island. Without him, Watatsumi Island would never have found the peace it has today. We mustn't raise our weapons against him.
How could you be so naive, General Goro? If we let them go free, then who's to say the Shogunate won't come after us tomorrow? If the Shogunate decides to investigate, we won't be able to hide the truth.
I wouldn't allow them to take you, Todoroki.
Let's not kid ourselves. If going to jail could solve the problem, I would go and turn myself into the Tenryou Commission right now. The question is, what are we going to do with the goods? Will you be able to keep them? Not to mention the chance of astronomical fines. Can you afford that? Goro, we both know that Watatsumi Island is a barren land. Plant 100 radishes here and maybe only 3 would grow. And those 3 combined would still be smaller than just 1 carrot imported from elsewhere. You can't grow food or medicinal herbs here, and if we buy them from Rito, we pay exorbitant taxes. My eldest son died fighting on the battlefield. But do you know how my second son died? He died because there was no medicine to treat him. You awarded both of them medals of honor, but did that save their lives? Can medals heal Tokuda and Masashi's wounds? No. It was the medicine that I got that saved their lives. If we detain them today, the Shogunate will never know what we've done. Besides, we're only a few months away now. We will set them free once the new bill is passed in just a few months, and everything will be okay. None of what happened here will be mentioned again, and life on Watatsumi Island will continue to improve.
I understand, Todoroki, but they won't...
I can trust the Traveler won't, but the detective here is a Tenryo commission officer. Forget it. You're the general. I'm just a radish farmer.
Wait, what is the bill you just mentioned?
It's a new commodity tax bill currently being drafted by the Kanjo Commission. The bill exempts taxes on goods that are in short supply on Watatsumi Island. Once the bill's introduced, we'll be able to buy commodities that we need from regular marketplaces.
Oh, I see. Man alive. I wish I had known sooner. In that case, how about we put your fears at ease and I'll stick around here a little longer. You know, until the bill is introduced.
Huh?
Oh, Detective Hazel, are you saying that...
That your reasoning
you're
behind this whole thing
willing
was
to
sound,
stay
so I'll
here,
wait till it's
young
not...
man?
I'll wait till it's not illegal.
Come on, you two. What's with the strange looks? You've been keeping me under close surveillance, haven't you? Surely you must have noticed that aside from being a detective, I'm also an ordinary tourist who likes to enjoy good scenery. I believe that after the new commodity bill is passed, there will be more and more traffic between the two sides, and more people will be coming to visit Watatsumi Island. I have to take the opportunity now and enjoy this place while I still have it all to myself. Before long, tourists will start pouring in.
Thank you, Detective Hazel. On behalf of the people of Watatsumi.
My pleasure. But one good turn deserves another, does it not?
Oh, you mean there's something you wish to request?
I suppose you could say I'm from the Shogunate, but the traveler next to me isn't. As far as I know, he's planning to visit other nations soon, and it is unclear if he will return to Narukami Island or not.
Of course I will.
Therefore, there's no need to limit his freedom, right? I'm sure no one else will hear of what happened today. Am I right, traveler?
Of course. Make a loud and resounding promise, or agree with a cool nod. Yeah, this is more my style.
Well, it's settled then.
Yep, and you liked
He
it.
will always be an important partner to Watatsumi, and I would never dream of limiting his freedom. So please, don't worry, Detective Hazel.
I'll hold you to that. But if I ever find out you've lied to me again, there's a chance I'll lose my cool.
I'm sorry for not telling you the truth earlier. It's a serious matter, and I didn't want outside parties to become involved. But today, I realized my poor judgment. How could I possibly hide anything from Detective Hazel and the Traveler?
I'm glad you understand now. But, in all honesty, I'm the one who should be thanking you. It's because of you that I was finally able to reach an answer. After all, nothing makes a detective happier than putting a case to rest.
Ah, I understand now. You really are an interesting person, Detective Hazel.
No, I'm afraid you don't quite get what I mean.
I'm sorry?
Wait! Paimon gets this one! It's the answer to your question, right? The one about the thing you sensed coming from Goro and the others. Now you figured it out!
What? The thing you sensed coming from me? But I always have excellent personal hygiene.
Sense doesn't mean smelled
Not
specifically.
like that.
Hey, traveler, could I talk to you for a moment? Besides, I haven't had a chance to thank you yet.
Okay. I feel like some of these splits are actually between right and wrong answers. And I don't like picking wrong answers, but we're going to have to get some of the endings.
I apologize again for not being completely honest with you. I truly am sorry, but I had to do it.
I understand. By the way, does Kokomi know about all this?
Ah, yes, Her Excellency. Well, let's just say that the war brought many terrible things while also forcing us to learn a lot.
Right, but that still doesn't answer the question.
Well, aren't you curious about who's been pushing for the new commodity bill? It certainly isn't the Kanjo Commission, because it doesn't immediately benefit them. And we don't have any connections there.
Yeah, It's kinda as if the gods suddenly appeared to offer you a divine hand.
Yeah, the gods. I was invited to attend the Iridori Festival on Narukami Island with Her Excellency a while back. At the festival, I waited in the marketplace while Her Excellency...
Went to see Lady Yai.
Yeah. She went to the Kanjo Commission to see
remember
Lady
this.
Yai, purportedly for a book review, but there were other items on the agenda too. The meeting wasn't made public. Following her return, we began our attempts at boosting commercial activity, and it wasn't long before there was a push for a new commodity bill on Narukami Island. So, what do you make of it? Do you think Her Excellency knows about this?
Yep, probably. Sanganamiya supplications. I guess it's one of those optional things where it's like, oh hey, if you do this, which you don't have to do, you can get an achievement for it.
Hey, there you are. Come here, look. It's beautiful, isn't it? Watatsumi Island. It's remarkable.
You'd think it would
how
fill
such
up
a
with water at
barren
one
land
point,
can
but
give
no.
life to such
It's all draining underground.
wonderful and stunning scenery. To be honest, I am grateful to you for this trip. Before you arrived, I was running around like a headless chicken. Even if I happened to find out what was going on here, I wouldn't have been able to uncover any concrete information without you present. I'm just sorry that I promised I'd accompany you back. It appears that I won't be able to do so for the time being. So please, cover for me in the meantime, okay?
Have you really decided to keep the whole thing a secret?
It's all in the past now. Let's just chalk it up as an intriguing experience I had on my trip here. Besides, that's not what I wanted to investigate anyway.
So now you have the answer you were searching for?
Yes. Everyone you led me to and everything they said brought me closer to the answer. And now I finally get it. Watatsumi Island is an ancient land where the soil is poor and many crops do not grow because it's lacking a certain thing. But what the inhabitants of this land do have is bravery. They were courageous enough to stand up and resist the gods and accomplish what they knew could not be done. This is yet another instance in which that certain thing shines. That missing element. That certain thing is what I sensed present in Goro, Todoroki, Tokuda, and Masashi, which is the true vitality of this land. I guess I was mistaken when I declared that something was missing. That something from this island had evaporated into thin air. Because even something that evaporates is not gone. It's still there, just in a different state of being. When water is heated by fire, it evaporates and eventually finds its place in the sky. Similarly, when the land was harmed, its vitality evaporated and eventually found its place among the inhabitants. This is the final answer I've been searching for. Anyway, thanks again. You know, even though we just met, I wish you could be my partner all the time. Call me Grady, I guess. But, of course, I know that's impossible. You have your own journey to complete. So I'll just keep doing what I can. Hopefully keeping my memories from evaporating safe and sound in my mind. That way, I'll always be able to remember these beautiful things. The beauty of Watatsumi Island. The people who are full of life and vitality. And you two, who were by my side.
And... Memories do not evaporate. The journey will end, but memories will remain. Yeah, that seemed like the true path. But, of course, there's going to be... Oh, wrong one. No, right one. There we go. There'll be quite a few more. Zoom out. There we go. Okay, so there was a split early on. Makes sense. Oh, wow. There were no splits on this path. That is unexpected. I guess we're going all the way back here.
vital is missing on this island.
Okay.
Isn't that bizarre? Something vital has gone missing on this island. Has some...
Paimon bets it must be, because the soil...
I think the ending cutscene there kind of went over my head. I missed what was actually missing.
Food, huh?
Or I shouldn't say went over my head, more like went in one ear and out the other. My mind was somewhere else, and I hate that. Missing a deity?
You mean the Great Serpent? Well, that's an interesting answer. But the Electro Archon hasn't abandoned this place. Interestingly, I didn't have the same dream again after I left. Some people believe, however, it was my intuition telling me that, so I decided to accept. Unfortunately, who knows? Nah, don't worry about it. So how would you like to partner up on this one? Yes, of course, I understand. Well, then, so since we're already here, once everything is settled, I'll...
This is probably this session. Okay, both of these down here say dream's really out there. Both of these say curious about the dream. But it's my duty to bring you back.
What a sterling example of dedication.
Okay, it went up
In that
because we
case,
didn't say it was out
I'll
there.
accompany you back to the police station first. We can discuss the issue of Watatsumi Island later.
Okay. No, the map. There we go. Yeah, I'll admit I've been a bit out of it today. I'm not entirely sure why. But, well. What's up, Uesugi? Uesugi?
Oh, look who showed up.
Uesugi?
Hey, Zo, you're finally back. Listen, if you took any longer to come back, everyone at the police station would be toast.
You say that every time I come back, Uesugi. However, something does feel a little unusual about the police station this time.
Come on, would I ever lie to you? Madame Kujo-Sara is here, and she's on the warpath, so be on the lookout.
What's that lady doing here?
Doshin Shikanoin, I see you finally returned. Please, enlighten us. What have you been doing recently?
Okay. I was just out investigating a case.
Don't give me that. I checked the records here. You didn't take any cases.
Actually, it's a case of personal relevance to me. These two can attest to that.
Traveler? Paimon, what are you two doing here?
We're the ones who brought Hazel back.
Brought him back? Can someone please explain?
Well, Madame Kujo-Sara, because we couldn't locate Doshin Shikanoin, we commissioned Detective Ryuji from the detective agency. Shortly after, Ryuji returned to tell us, that he had given the commission to the Traveler, and then...
It used to be that the Tenryo Commission assisted others with disappearances, but it seems these days others are now assisting us. You've done it this time, Shikanoin. I think I've really seen it all.
I mean, is it really so unusual for officers and citizens to assist one another?
Actually, he did seem to be investigating a case.
Yeah, it was kind of weird, but it was definitely an investigation. He even pretended to be captured by Nobushi and treasure hoarders.
Oh? Is that so? Well, since you are testifying for him, I suppose I won't ask any more questions. But since you're here, I have an extra favor to ask. I'd like you to be Shikanoin's temporary supervisor. It'll be your duty to ensure that he handles his case properly, and that he doesn't disappear and neglect his work again. I'll be sure that the police station prepares the appropriate compensation.
Oh, yes, Traveler. I'm sure we'd all really appreciate it.
Well...
Hazel seems to be happy with the idea.
Understood, leave it to me.
You should thank the traveler this time, Doshin Shikanoin. Otherwise, I don't think I would have let you off so easily. Here, take this letter of complaint. It's written against you. Please consider carefully what to do with it. I do not wish to see another one. Understood?
Huh? Someone filed a complaint? That can't be right. Why would there be a complaint letter?
Read it and find out.
You must not be doing your job properly, and now you're attracting complaints.
No, it really doesn't add up. You two don't get it. Although Madame Kujo-Sara just made some harsh remarks, we all know that Heizo-senpai is a real whiz when it comes to cracking cases. He's the biggest asset in our team. Several leaders have risen through the ranks as a result of his achievements. He's definitely no slacker.
Then he must have gotten himself into some kind of trouble.
Well, let me see what's the deal here. Oh, and since you agreed to be my temporary supervisor, you'll find the desk where new case files are kept right over there. Would you mind helping me check what cases I need to deal with?
I think you need to deal with your complaint letter first.
Of course, but first I have to confirm what's going on, and whether or not the letter's legit. Please, have a look at the case files first.
You're not gonna run away while we're over here, are you?
This is quite unusual. Who could possibly lodge a complaint against Heizo? It's not easy being a Doshin.
Interesting. Even Doshin Shikanoin can receive a complaint letter.
Let's see who's complaining about me here.
Were these bookcases here before? An approval reply for Heizo talks. I think we can look at all these, or we have to look at all these. Okay, so let's do these first. There's a slacker who claims to be the Prince of Mischief, terrorizing Hanamizaka. Children have reportedly been losing valuables in the area, the bulk of which are Onikabuso, Genius Invocation TCG cards, and so on. God damn it, Ito!
What? Not him again.
The beloved dog, Eastern Express, reportedly went missing late in the night. The owner discovered 12 canine footprints of varying sizes in the courtyard, leading to the initial assumption that the crime was carried out by a team.
Who would give a dog such a strange name?
Right? Police station. Your application for the public awareness campaign, Heizo Talks Fraud, has been received. Following review, your station has been authorized to run the performance with Shikanoin Doshin in charge of related work. The headquarters of the Tenryou Commission.
Heizo Talks Fraud? What's that? Sounds interesting, whatever it is.
Is he going to put on a play? Or an informational type of meeting? Oh.
So, have you gone through the case files? Is there anything that caught your eye?
Well, as much as all those are interesting, the one with your name on it pops up first.
Have they approved it already? The Tenryou Commission certainly has become more efficient ever since Kujo Kamaji took office.
So, what is Heizo Talks Fraud?
It's an anti-fraud public awareness event. Basically, think of it as
a play.
Short play about fraud. We'll get a few people to perform an entertaining drama in order to raise public awareness about the issue.
Ooh, so it's a play? Paimon likes the sound of that.
I thought you were only interested in major cases, not petty things like fraud.
Well, see, fraud is a major issue here. You've traveled between different nations. I'm sure Mora isn't really an issue for you.
I have millions.
You have to understand that scamming the poor of their money is essentially robbing them of their lives. Left unchecked, the situation could potentially deteriorate into something more serious.
That makes sense. But will putting on a performance methods really work?
It's hard to say. Preventing crimes is more difficult than solving them, there's no doubt about that. But prevention is also a more worthwhile cause. Maybe only a small number of people who attend the event will ever actually encounter a scam artist. And even then, of the handful of attendees who encounter said scam artist, I doubt many of them will be able to see through the scammer's ruse. But if even only one person escapes the clutches of a scam artist because of my event, then I'm willing to put on this play for that person.
Alright, count us in! Today we are the
This is definitely one of the
messengers.
splits.
Great. First,
But if
we
all
need
4
3
of those
actors,
options were
2 to play the scam
a
artists and
4-way
1 to play the
split,
victim.
then those
I
are
already
all
have
the
a
other
couple
endings.
candidates in mind for the roles of the scam artists, so come with me to the Grand Narukami Shrine.
I'm honestly curious, so I'm gonna check. Okay, it's a 2-way split there. The other one is probably his complaint letter, which I do still want to learn about.
Ooh, if we're going to the Grand Narukami Shrine, are you planning to recruit Miko for your play? She'd be really good at acting.
Well, I guess you'll have to wait and see.
Narukami, please. See that he stays safe.
Her? That means either she's going to be in it, or perhaps... What's her name? I'm forgetting. Sayu.
Hey, Zoe, what are you doing here, you little brat? Oh, and the Traveler, too. So, I assume you're here to see Lady Yae?
I honestly don't know who we're here to see.
Hey, come on, cuz. Maybe I'm just here to see you.
Cuz?
Don't play your little games with me. If the Traveler isn't looking for Lady Yae, then you must be here looking for Etsu, right?
You still know me best, cuz.
Etsu?
Please wait here. I'll go get her.
Huh, so we're not here to see Miko? Bummer.
No, it's
I'm
fine.
flattered, but even if I wanted to, do you really think I could convince Lady Yae to join a little event like mine?
Get the
Appears out of
Traveler to
nowhere.
ask her next
I
time.
wonder.
He can do it.
After waiting a little while, a young woman approaches.
Well, hello, Detective Hazo. It's been so long since you last came to see me. You know, it's cruel to keep a girl waiting.
Hey, community service isn't all bad, is it? I'm sure it's better than prison, at least.
Prison?
That's right. I was careless and found myself caught up in a case of fraud. Detective Hazo arrested me, and I was sentenced to prison.
For the record, I'm not the one who technically arrested you.
Oh, come now, Detective Hazo. Don't pretend like you don't remember the part you played. You have a cold heart, Detective. Colder than an icicle in the middle of winter. How would those Doshin have nabbed me if you hadn't provided evidence of my involvement and whereabouts, They were so bland and functional. Not like you, Detective. When you took me down, you knew exactly what you were doing.
So, how did you end up here at the shrine?
It's okay, we're
I'm
still
doing
here.
community service, of course. After all the information Detective Hazo managed to squeeze out of me, he promised to help secure a reduced sentence from the court. But in the end, they hardly reduced my sentence at all. Even after serving a lengthy prison term, I am still required to perform community service. I have to spend the entire day sweeping leaves or wiping floors. Just look at what the work has done to my soft and delicate hands. So, don't believe a word that comes out of his mouth.
I helped you get community service because you were credited with assisting the investigation. But if you find it too exhausting, I can always send you back to prison again.
Oh, come on, Detective Hazo. Now you're just toying with me.
Don't give me that. Listen, I'd like to invite you to the anti-fraud event I mentioned last time. It's tomorrow night, and you'll be a VIP guest. Let's see. Appearing in the event would be equivalent to... what? 5 days of community service? How does that sound?
Only 5 days? That's hardly anything.
5 days not enough? Okay. How about 4 days?
Hey! That's a day less than what you just promised me, Detective Hazo.
Oh, my mistake. 3 days.
All right, I'll go. Just stop playing with my heart. And may I ask, will they also be coming as a guest tomorrow night?
Hi, I'm Arlok.
No wonder you're treating me so coldly today, Detective Hazo. Looks like you found someone else to keep you company. And what a charmer they are. I get what you see in them. I mean, you'd have to be blind not to.
Etsu, now's not the time. If I hear you talking like that to my friend again, I'll make your community service even more unpleasant than your time in prison.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I had no idea they were your friend. Really.
Well, now you do. Just be sure you're ready tomorrow. I'll send you the location, time of the event, and the script. So don't be late.
Don't be too mean, Hazo.
All
We
right,
don't mind the
on
flirting.
to our next candidate. He should be in town right about now.
Hello there, traveler. I must apologize for my cousin. He must have been causing you all kinds of trouble. He's always been quite a handful. But I promise, he doesn't mean any harm. If he goes too far, please, by all means, put him in his place. And if he dares protest, just tell him he either does as he's told, or he'll have me to answer to.
I apologize for earlier. I don't know what came over me. Oh, Detective Hazo? He can't stand people like me. I'm sure of it.
What, the
Although
overly
he sounds
flirty
polite
type?
and friendly, I can tell that he treats inmates convicted of fraud differently. He's really got something against us. Do you think
sure if that's the
he
case,
may have been
actually.
defrauded himself before? Impossible. Who could ever be cunning enough to fool Detective Hazo like that?
Okay, back to the city then. I'm annoyed by this notification. Old man? Iba.
Mr. Iba, how are you doing?
Oh, well, if it isn't Hazel. Thanks to you, I haven't kicked the bucket yet.
Well, it's good to see you're alive. And well.
All right, out with it. I know you wouldn't come see me for nothing.
I see you're still sharp as ever, Mr. Iba. Look, have you had a chance to think about that anti-fraud event I mentioned to you last time?
You can forget it. I'm pushing 71 this year. You think I want to make a fool of myself?
Are you sure? You know, this event is very well funded. And now that the Sakoku decree has been repealed, I heard that your granddaughter Kazumi wants to take the chance to travel. If you participate, she can go without worrying about money at all.
Huh? How did you know? Sure, I paid a hefty fine at the time, but I can still afford her travels.
A hefty fine?
You're Hazo's colleague, aren't you? How haven't you heard about this?
Well, it just so happens that Mr. Iba was a well-known figure in Inazuma back in the day. His Iba Trading Guild was even bigger than the current International Trade Association.
Don't bring it up again. If I hadn't been misled by that foreign merchant, I never would have become a commercial scammer. Fortunately, young Hazo here has some respect for the elderly and applied for a probationary sentence.
Yep.
Otherwise, I don't
Putting
think I
on a
would have ever
play
seen the
with-
light of day again.
Not only people who
Well,
have been
if
involved with
Hazel
fraud,
was so
but
good to
criminals,
you,
or
then you
foremost
should help
criminals.
him out too.
He's not as innocent as he looks, you know. He just knows it's easier to get information when we're chatting outside. Ask him if you don't believe me.
Those are some pretty harsh words, Mr. Eva.
Anyway, I can't help you with that, event, or whatever you call it.
Ah, man alive. What should I do now? I already told Kazumi that you'd show up and caution everybody about avoiding fraud. I'm sure it'd be beneficial for everyone, and Kazumi even agreed to come and listen. How can I explain to her that you were too worried about being embarrassed? She might even think that you feel no remorse at all.
You imbecile! You should have told me about this first!
Come on now. How could I have known that you'd refuse to participate?
Why, you... You sure are a crafty one, just like your father.
So you'll join us?
What choice do I have? Using my granddaughter to force me into some event. People these days.
The world needs you to step up. I will send the time and place of the event as well as the script, so don't forget to prepare.
All right, very well.
Well then. Now, we only need to find the last person to play the role of the fooled victim. We don't want someone too clever for this role. Otherwise, they'd see right through this ruse and the drama would come to a grinding halt.
Not too clever. Oh! Paimon is the perfect candidate.
Arataki numero uno Ito.
Oh yeah, I know that guy. I've seen him in the police station a handful of times, though I've never actually spoken to him before. Do you know where we can find him?
Well, we did just see a file called the Prince of Mischief in Hanamizaka. That's gotta be Ito. He must be in Hanamizaka.
Alright then. To Hanamizaka we go. Oh, but knowing his reputation, I'll need to bring a little something along just to guarantee we can secure his participation. You go ahead. I'll catch up.
Okay. So we're pretty much strong-arming a bunch of people into acting in a play. Oh, that's not far at all. I'm not sure how I feel about that. People usually act a lot better when it's their choice. Or Onikabuto fighting.
How about that, kiddo? My little Prince of Mischief's got some moves, huh? Guess that means your Onikabuto is now my Onikabuto.
Ito! What are you up to?
Huh? Oh, Paimon, my compadre. This is a nice surprise. What brings you out this way?
We heard you were bullying kids.
What? No, it's not. No, it's nothing like that. They let me look after their Onikabuto just for a little while for safekeeping, and then, you know, once they've gotten stronger, they can come and take him right back.
You win some, you lose some.
That's right, my little guy. Good attitude. All right, see you around. Yeah, bye.
He was crying,
There's no
Ito.
helping this guy.
Actually, we'd like to invite you to an anti-fraud event tomorrow night.
Oh, an anti-fraud event? Ah, I'll level with you, compadre. I have no idea what that is, but if you want me there, I can think of nowhere I'd rather be. Oh, except that there's this Onikabuto Battle Royale tomorrow night that I was planning on going to. Yeah, it's gonna be huge. No holds barred, winner takes home all the Onikabuto. And, as you can see, my Prince of Mischief has a pretty good chance of winning this thing, so, if it was any other day, you know?
Do you think all of those Onikabuto together would be a match for my one? Here's a picture. Let me know what you think.
Huh? What this? What is this? How'd it get so big? What are you feeding this thing? Look at those beautiful demon stripes, those razor-sharp horns. Is this the fabled Emperor Onikabuto?
This is a small token we provide for VIPs. If you're willing to attend, then
the picture
one of these will be yours at the end of the event.
Whoa, okay, I'm there. Wait a sec, you look familiar. Who are you anyway? And furthermore, do Onikabuto really come in this size? You're not trying to con me, are you?
Because the more I think about it, the more I'm inclined to think that you're a contestant in tomorrow night's Oni Kabuto Battle Royale!
What?
Yeah! You lost to me in a previous beetle battle, and now you're trying to get the reigning champ out of the way. Without Prince of Mischief to contend with, you'll be free to sweep in and take all the Oni Kabuto! Am I right or am I right? Nice try, you little punk. 10 out of 10 for the pitch, but, you picked the wrong victim.
Okay. Then again, consider this. If your Prince of Mischief isn't competing, what's the point of me taking part? After all I'd stand to win is a bunch of puny little larvae. No?
Well, you've stumped me there. You are completely right. I can't believe I didn't think of that. Sorry, my bro. My main man,
This
my
is
buddy.
like the
I had
prime
y'all wrong.
example of how to both hate a
this guy's our
character
best
and
choice?
love the way he's acted.
He was already wondering if you were trying to con him.
Then allow me to introduce myself. I'm Shikanoin Heizo. I've seen you around a few times before at the police station.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I remember now. No wonder you looked so familiar. You were that guy who was
No.
in for stealing other people's Oni Kabuto,
Heizo, you should have
right?
started with Detective
Listen, Heizo,
Shikanomi Heizo.
hombre, did you apologize to them? You can lose like a man, you can win like a man, but you can never steal like a man. And that's a little Ito nugget.
Ito! He works there, for crying out loud! He's not one of your fellow inmates.
What? Oh, jeez. What's wrong with me? How could I forget? Of course I know you. I remember you now. For real. This time. You're the guy who sells lavender melons at the station, aren't you?
He's a fucking detective.
At the police station? Don't be ridiculous.
I know what I saw, okay? Several times now I've been sitting there starving in jail when this guy comes and slips me a few lavender melons on the sly. Didn't even want payment. Solid guy.
Yeah, that was me. But it was only because your assistant, Kuki Shinobu, asked me to look out for you.
What? So Shinobu was behind it? Wait, so hombre, you're not a lavender melon seller?
Look, we're getting hung up on all the wrong details here. The important detail right now is that I am the host of tomorrow night's event. And if you show up, the Oni Kabuto in the picture is yours. Deal?
Deal, done. But could I get another look at that picture first? Just a little peek-see.
Here, keep it, just a photo.
You'll have all the time in the world to inspect the real article once the event's over.
Okay, sure, I can wait. So, hombre, is there anything I need to do to prepare? Because if I'm doing this, I'm bringing my A game, all right? No half measures here. I'm gonna do this right.
Random Spanish word.
He sure picks his moments to start acting responsibly.
Okay, so for this event, you, my, bro, will be participating in a short anti-fraud play along with 2 other VIP attendees. The main thing we ask is that you just relax. Try not to be nervous. I have the script, right here, if you want to take a...
Script? It sounds like someone's never seen the Arataki gang perform before, huh? Don't you
No, he
worry,
actually knew
hombre.
he would
The
answer that way.
Arataki gang is a little beyond the need for scripts. You'll see, this Oni Kabuto will be well worth your
No
investment.
actor is beyond the
You,
need for scripts.
don't need a
Improv
script?
is great,
Wow.
but
well,
if you're in a
now
it's
I'm
a play,
excited. See you
it
there
has a
tomorrow.
script.
You bet. I'll be there. I'm gonna tell the gang about this, too. They'll all be there to support us.
Holy shit. He's so fucking difficult to handle. The fuck is wrong with you? Alright, following day. Wait, following day at 20? So. Like that? A full more than 24 hours? It's gonna take a sec, folks. Oh, you weren't there before. Yep, it's just up there. Wait, if it's a play, why is it here of all places? Alright.
It's almost time.
Guess
Everyone
it's big
ready?
enough for a stage.
Alright, then let's get this show started.
Oh, I can't wait, Mr. Hazo.
Let's get going, Hazo.
Emperor Oni Kabuto, hang in there, Your Highness. I'm coming for you.
It takes years to make a fortune, but only a moment to lose it all to a scam artist. Welcome to the first Hazo Talks Fraud. I am your eponymous host, Hazo.
There's the Arataki gang, and just like
I'm delighted to have you all here today to explore the topic of fraud. To help everyone avoid becoming the victim of scam artists themselves, we thought we'd invite several VIPs with a lot of experience in this area to perform a little play with an anti-fraud message. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Miss Etsu,
the scam
Mr.
artist.
Iba,
Someone who's been scammed
and the
before.
venerable gentleman, Mr. Arataki Ito.
Who continues to get
Without
scammed
further
over and
ado,
over again.
Let the show begin.
The starts actors take to the stage and he narrates.
It was just another bright sunny day when a distressed Miss Etsu brought her elderly grandpa
They have that
Iba,
art done
into the
already.
police station to report a crime. There, they were greeted by a kindly Doshin, surname Arataki.
Doshin
Oh, he's-
Arataki, please help us! My poor grandpa has been defrauded!
Doshin Arataki? You talking to me?
You needed a script!
Perhaps for want of familiarity with the script, a confused look creeps over Doshin Arataki's face, and he asks himself that age-old question. Who am I?
Yes! You are Doshin Arataki!
I'm in the play, right? Yeah. Okay, got it. I'm a Doshin. Okay, I got this. Ma'am, can you tell who it was that defrauded your grandfather? Rest assured, the Tenryo Commission and I are here to bring them to justice.
I don't know. It was too late when I found out.
Oh,
They took
okay.
all of my grandpa's money, and all they left was this note.
Doshin Arataki frowns as he realizes this is more complicated than he thought. He takes the note in his hand and reads it out loud.
I am the Raiden Shogun. I am currently being held hostage by the Crux fleet and urgently need 200,000 mora to secure my release. Please place the ransom mora on the north coast of the deserted island. When all of this is over, I will promote you to General of the Tenryo Commission.
It's the almighty Shogun. We cannot let Her Excellency come to harm.
But this is a scam, surely. I mean, 200,000 mora? Kinda lowballing it for the Electro Archon, don't you think? Shouldn't it be like, 300,000 at the very least?
Well, I sure thought so, but Grandpa's already parted with the money.
Well, then we gotta get it back. Is there still time?
Before I could go out to look for it, Grandpa received another note.
Doshin Arataki takes the note and reads it out loud.
I am Miss Hina. I am currently raising funds to publish a photo book. I urgently need 300,000 mora for publishing fees. In return for your support, you will receive a limited edition signed photograph.
It's Miss Hina. We can't leave poor Miss Hina in a tight spot.
You're right, Gramps. Is 300,000 mora enough? I can spare some too if we need to make up the difference. Maybe I...
It's a scam, Doshin Arataki! Snap out of it!
Oh, right, yeah, no, yeah, because if Miss Hina needed funds, she'd come to me first. These con artists don't know who they're up against.
Well, anyway, not long after Grandpa handed over the money, he received yet another note.
Doshin Arataki grabs the note and reads it aloud.
I am Arataki Ito. I was recently framed for a crime I totally did not commit, and now I'm stuck here in prison. I am in urgent need of 500,000 mora as bail. In return for your help getting me out, I will bring the whole gang over to thank you personally at your house.
Must be a scammer, surely. I've never heard of this person. And they're asking me for 500,000 mora.
Wait a minute. This is a scam. I'm Arataki Ito.
You are? But your name tag says...
Doshin Arataki follows Miss Etsu's gaze to the name tag emblazoned on
Oh,
his
really?
chest, which reads, Arataki Shmito.
What kind of whack job script is this? Am I me or ain't I?
So, the bail money?
Nope, no way, not a chance. Arataki Ito would never ask innocent people for mora in order to post bail. Whoever wrote this is a liar and a cheat. And we gotta get out there and get this guy off our streets.
But just as Doshin Arataki is being overcome with righteous indignation,
This is so
the
awkward.
sound of Miss Etsu's weeping brings his attention.
Miss Etsu, don't you worry. We're gonna catch the people who did this.
Even if you do catch them, how are we ever going to get Grandpa's money back? Oh, whatever are we going to do about all those Onikabuto?
Onikabuto? Wait, what was that about the, Onikabuto?
Oh, well, Grandpa is a major Onikabuto breeder in our village. His are the biggest and strongest Onikabuto around. People come from far and wide to buy from him. We recently received an order that was too big for our current capacity. We were planning to expand Grandpa's facilities, but then we were swindled out of all of our money. Right after we'd signed the contract, too. If we don't deliver these Onikabuto on time, Grandpa will have to pay huge damages. Oh, what are we going to do?
She's also a very good actor.
What's that saying? It's like, it never rains, but it snowballs. Exactly what
When
we're
it
dealing
rains, it pours.
Etsu, my dear, don't worry. I'll sell the house if I have to. We'll find a way through.
But then where will we stay? Please help us, Doshin Arataki. All we need is the 500,000 mora that was taken from us. Can you help us raise it? Or maybe you could lend it to us? Grandpa's business is going very well. We just need help getting over this hurdle. Doshin Arataki, please. If you lend us the money, I'm sure I can make it up to you by...
I won't hear of it. As a public servant, I would never dream of taking advantage of a person in need.
I was going to say, by giving you part ownership of the Onikabuto farm.
Oh, so that's what you were, yeah. It's not as enticing an offer as I was... wait, on Onikabuto farm, how many Onikabuto did you say you have? Because if it's more than, say, 10...
10,000.
What? 10,000? Well, that's more Onikabuto than I've seen in my whole life.
Please help us. As long as we get through this, those 10,000 Onikabuto are yours to keep.
I'm wondering if by this point he's forgotten that he's in a play.
If I looked after them, they'd have little baby Onikabuto. And then the...
Doshin Arataki is struck by a sudden wave of pure elation. His face breaks into a big, beaming smile. But what does he do next?
Miss Etsu, don't you worry. I'm gonna help you out. But 10,000 is too many. I can only accept as a Doshin of the Tenryou Commission, it is my duty to serve. How could I abuse my position to take advantage of you?
That's great news, Master Arataki. What a wonderful person you are. So strong and handsome and committed to doing the right thing. It's rare to find these days.
Yep, that's me. All right, there's just one final question that needs answering.
Oh no.
What question is that?
The question is... Where's my Mora? Huh. Yo, Hazel, my hombre, question for you. What's my character's salary in the script? Oh, also any inheritance or other lump sum?
Faced with a damsel in distress, Doshin Arataki fights to remain level-headed and asks that other age-old question. Where's my Mora? Suddenly, he feels a strange compulsion to slide his hand into his pocket where, it turns out, a bank check has been quietly nestled all along. He draws the check out and inspects it. Today is payday, and this is his salary. The amount? 500,000 mora.
Whoa, check it out! A check for 500,000 more. Miss Etsu, get this. Turns out I just got paid 500.
Thank you so much. Master Arataki, what's wrong?
Doshin Arataki stretches out his hand. But wait! Just as he is about to hand over the check to Miss Etsu, he hesitates, tightly pinching one end of the check betwixt his two fingers. All he needs to do now is release the check, and it will fall into Miss Etsu's eager hands. But let go of the check he does not.
Master Arataki, let go!
Wait. Something's not right.
Doshin Arataki is having second thoughts. Has something caught his attention? Has it aroused his suspicion? Has he finally realized the truth?
So, this is an anti-fraud show, right?
He has realized the truth by breaking the fourth wall!
Intuition bursts to life in Doshin Arataki's mind.
Since this is an anti-fraud event,
is he about to ask the most critical question of
Oh no.
all?
He's gonna ruin it.
ask.
This is it. Here it comes.
Does a Doshin really get paid this much? 500,000 more. Enough to get an Electro Archon out from a hostage situation, then go pay for Miss Hina's publishing costs. You telling me the average Doshin can do all that on one pay packet? I don't know. Seems pretty fishy to me. Hey, compadre, what do you think? Am I being scammed here?
Ito's cheating! He asked for help!
As the spark of intuition flickers and threatens to fade, Doshin Arataki clutches around in desperation, hoping to find a source of fuel to feed the flames of enlightenment. Traveler, are you going to help this poor man?
Oh,
Out of
great!
this predicament?
We get to be part of it. Ito, keep an eye out for Etsu and Iba. Eva. Okay, that was
Etsu
right.
and Iba. So that's what's going on here. You two are the scam artists. You put on this damsel in distress and elderly grandpa act to win my sympathy, then used a few cheap tricks to get my attention. Then you dangled the bait in front of me, waiting for me to bite. Darn it. I knew it. Who in their right mind would give away Oni Kabuto for free, let alone 10,000 of them? It's too good to be true, and that's how I know you're the scam artists.
There we
You got a
go.
lot of nerve trying to scam a Doshin. You're coming with me, and you'll give a full confession if you know what's good for you.
Finally, with the help of his intuition and a little guidance from beyond the void, Doshin Arataki successfully avoided being defrauded. Not only that, but he asked a critical question. Who in their right mind would give away Oni Kabuto for free? I ask you all, is there such a thing as free Oni Kabuto? Free Mora? Or does nothing in life come for free? All right, remember, it takes years to make a fortune, but only a moment to lose it all to a scam artist. Thank you once again for watching Heizo Talks Fraud. Stay alert, everybody, and see you again next time.
Yay. Show ends on a high note with thunderous applause.
So,
That's gonna be one of the
acting?
splits, is to say the wrong
Just
thing,
fine
isn't
without
it?
a script? Those two would-be scam artists need to up their game if they want to have a chance of taking me down.
They were acting!
Hello? Without that hint from the Traveler, you would have handed that cash away without a second thought.
Right, yeah. I should thank him for the timely hint.
You damn right you should.
I pretty much knew off the bat that something fishy was about to go down, so, you know, it was just a matter of time before I saw right through their scam.
You're a dumbass, Ito.
Seriously, oldest trick in the book. Who's gonna fall for that?
Old
You.
tricks they may well be, but the reason they've stood the test of time is that the ideal victim is always out there somewhere. People who are behind on the times, naive, socially isolated, or have cognitive deficiencies. Just because they don't always get noticed doesn't mean they're not there. Scammers cast a wide net. Sure, maybe 10,000 fish will escape, but they only need one catch for them to win and for us to lose.
Well, no more losing from now on. Not with me here to protect everyone. I think we can all agree that my performance today shows I'm savvy enough to keep the scammers at bay.
Don't be too confident. Anyway, Ito, my old... What was it again? Ah, yes, bro. Here's the reward you were promised.
Ah, music to my ears.
feel
Emperor
like that
Oni
would sound different in
Kabuto,
another
come
language.
to Papa.
Opens the box, and...
Whoa!
Oh,
Look
shit,
at those
okay.
sharp horns and those beautiful stripes. Well, hold on.
Oh, it's fake.
Izo, my hombre, why won't it move? Hey, bud, move! Oh no, I think this one might have joined the big beetle battle in the sky.
It's a figurine, so not the moving kind.
What? A figure? So, it's a fake?
Man alive, you seem a little surprised. Wait, you didn't actually think this was a real Oni Kabuto, did you? No, surely not. Ito, old chap, you must have seen from the photograph that it was a figurine. Don't tell me you didn't notice.
You little punk! Give me my Emperor Oni Kabuto now!
No, he gave you what he promised. the fucking blep. Free Oni Kabuto lunch. Is there such a thing as free Oni Kabuto? Or does nothing in life come for free? Alright, that's funny. Just in case we're doing another thing with that play, if that's where one of the splits was.
Lightning flash!
I'm getting rid of all collectibles around here so they stop twinkling! Alright. What do we got? Split there. Yep, it's one of the endings, so let's do that first. Oh, I have to wait another 24 hours? Or 23 hours, I guess. Got a good background for that shot, I guess. Yep, you're there.
It's almost time. Everyone ready?
Oh, I can't...
Let's get going.
Emperor Oni Kabuto?
It's gonna be that one
It
decision.
takes years to make a fort. Okay. To help everyone, please join
I don't
me,
want to
Miss
listen to the whole
Etsu,
thing
Mr.
again,
Iba,
like holy
and the
shit.
venerable gent. Without further ado,
Actors take the stage, narrates from the side. Yeah.
it was just enough.
Doshin Arataki!
Doshin?
Yes!
Oh, so... Man!
Normally in an improv thing, you at least give someone the idea of who they are before they start talking.
almighty
Well, I should...
Whoa, then...
Before I could
Give
go
him
out...
like a little synopsis.
I am
but
Miss...
It's Miss Hina.
if
You're
he'd
right,
actually
Gramps.
read the
Is
script, he wouldn't have had
300,000
to.
more...
It's a scam, Doshin Arataki!
Oh, right, yeah.
Well, anyway...
Doshin Arataki.
I am our...
Must be a
Wait a minute.
Come on.
Doshin
It does,
Arataki.
this one
whack
took a while.
So...
Nope,
gonna
no
take a
way,
while to
not
get
a
to our
chance.
decision.
Arataki Ito wouldn't...
But just as
I'm
Doshin...
just tapping the X
Misetsu,
button.
don't you...
Even if you
And
did...
some of
Oh,
these
the
lines are
Kabuto.
going for a lot longer than
well,
they
we
should before
recently
skipping.
received an order that was too big for our
Like
current
that.
capacity. We were planning to expand Grandpa's facilities, but then we were swindled out of all of our money.
I guess you have
What's
to
that
make the
saying?
movement.
Etsu, my dear.
But then please help Grandpa's business.
I won't hear of it.
I was going to...
Oh, so that's what you were, yeah. It's not as entitled. Because if it's more than
10...
What?
Please help us.
What?
Doshin Arataki.
Misetsu, don't you worry. I'm gonna help, but 10,000 as a Doshin of the...
That's great
Yeah,
news.
the hearts are
Mas-
probably going to go down for saying the
What
wrong thing.
quest-
The question is... Huh. Yo, ahem.
Suddenly,
Whoa, check it out! A check! Misetsu, get...
Thank you so much,
Doshin Arataki. All he needs to do now.
Master Arataki.
Wait.
Doshin Arataki is
So...
Huh?
a
Break the
spark of
fourth
intuition.
wall.
Since this is an...
Is he about to act?
I
Fourth
got...
wall
This is it.
breaks back.
Does a Doshin really get paid
Oh, wait,
this
no,
much?
that first.
500,000 more. I don't know, see...
Traveler.
Now the fourth wall breaks back. Ito, just follow your heart.
Follow my
Oh, it still
heart.
went up. Okay.
All right, then. There's no way a Doshin makes 500,000 mora in a single pay packet. Two innocent victims, Miss Etsu and Mr. Iba, come to a Doshin for help. And the Doshin, what, whips out a 500,000 mora check? Yeah, likely story. There's only one possible explanation. Who's got 2 horns and carries around a fake checkbook? Yep, this guy.
Wait, what?
With this fake check for 500,000 mora, I almost swindled Etsu and Iba out of 10,000 Onikabuto, the last thing these poor folks needed after the recent string of catastrophes they faced. My mind is blown. Craziest plot twist I ever heard. The criminal was the main character all along. Miss Etsu, I'm afraid I can't let myself give you this fake check. But I will do everything in my power to raise 500,000 genuine mora for you. So don't you worry.
What?
What the?
Oh, jeez.
In the end, Doshin Arataki listened to the voice of his heart and narrowly avoided being defrauded in his own unconventional way. But regrettably, he failed to ask the critical question: who in their right mind would give away Onikabuto for free? I ask you all, is there such a thing as free Onikabuto? Free mora?
You actually got to the same
Does
thing.
nothing in life come for free? Thank you all for watching Heizo Talks Fraud. Don't get greedy and you won't be needy. Stay alert and you won't get hurt. You never know where scammers may lurk. See you all next time.
Show ends on a high note with thunderous applause.
Wait, my man, what did you mean when you said I avoided being defrauded? I thought I was the fraudmeister here.
Maybe
Nope.
someone should have read the script. Miss
Yeah.
Etsu and Master Iba were the scam artists. Duh! You were the one they were trying to scam.
What? Huh? I was being conned? Darn, I can't believe they got me.
You're
Well,
you're defrauded
you
every
still
time, all the
managed to
time,
protect
all
your
the time.
mind.
You believe too
In the
much.
end, they didn't succeed.
Yeah, but that was a happy coincidence. They scammed me, and I fell for it.
Guessing it wasn't your first time either, huh?
Yep.
It was such a cheap trick, too. Oh, this is killing me.
The trick is a common one for a reason, but don't underestimate it. That's how you end up being a victim.
But how am I gonna protect my gang if even I get fooled by such cheap tricks?
Don't
It's a
blame
good
yourself,
thing you have
old chap.
Shinobu then.
In fact, you know what? I was also conned today. Yeah, me, of all people. Does that make you feel better?
You too, hombre? No way. No, that's impossible. You're just trying to cheer me up.
Like how he's uncomfortable
no,
saying
it's the
bro.
truth. Please.
But
just
old
take a look at
chap
the
is
present I got for
fine.
you.
Wait, why can't it move?
That's just it. I'm sorry to say, it's just a figurine.
What? A figure? You mean it's a fake?
But he's not
yeah,
blaming Heizo
and
this
it's
time.
All my fault. I was duped by the Onikabuto vendor's false advertising. What a colossal fool I am. Taken in by a common street vendor? Ugh.
So you really were conned, dude! Let me take a second to let that sink in. Gotta say, although I didn't get my Emperor Onikabuto, somehow, knowing that even Heizo got conned kinda puts me back in a good mood. It's, strange. Maybe I'm sharper than I'm giving myself credit for. Great minds think alike, so, me and my hombre here, kinda equally matched. Hey, by the way, compadre, looks like you're the only one out of the 3 of us who didn't get conned today. But you better watch out. We got fooled not because we were stupid, but because those scam artists are some crafty dastards. I want you to have this figurine
Dastards?
as a reminder of the fact that today...
Did they not
Hazel
allow
and
you
I
to
both
say
got
bastards?
conned, but we both grew a little wiser, too. I hope that whenever you see it, you'll remember how cunning those con artists were, and how difficult it was for Hazel.
No.
That's
You
right.
Shut up.
No one will ever manage to con you.
Until the next time they manage to con you. Aww. Oh, we got the fabled Emperor Onikabuto. That's cool. The 3 undeceivables. One of us has been tricked, but it isn't me. It's not me either. It can't be me, right? I mean, are you kidding? And that just leaves our little flying lavender melon. Haha. Oh yeah, Paimon has the figurine in the background. That's cool. I like that shot. Might actually just switch the shot. We'll see. Okay, so that was funny. The only truth. So I think, yep, that was it over there. Back to the 3 case files. Oh, back at the police station. Alright. Yeah, I think we'll be able to finish this tonight. It's actually taking a lot longer than I expected. But it's a good thing, because it'll take up the whole stream. I was kind of worried, because I thought maybe I'd end up having to... If the event quest was voiced, I might start it on stream, but to be honest, those things often get... The quests in them get delayed day per day per day. And if I did that, I may not have enough content for each day, so that could get annoying. But I do have a new game to play next already, so I'd kind of rather go to that. We'll see what happens. If this takes up the whole stream, then I'm probably not
have you
going to
gone
bother
through the case
with
files?
streaming the event.
Is there anything that caught your eye?
Right. So, I believe, since it's only one split, and Heizo Talks Fraud was one of them, I think the other one is, I'm more concerned about the complaint letter against you.
I'm afraid this won't be an easy task. I was hoping I wouldn't have to drag you into this, but it's just occurred to me that with your help, I might be able to wrap up this problem.
Alright then, tell us about the complaint letter.
It's from Songo, the president of Bantan
course.
Songo Detective Agency. I assume you've met her before?
Yeah, I know you two have some beef, and it appears to be pretty serious, and from what I can tell, one-sided. We'll see if that's true.
You can say that. Songo's complaint letter accuses me of abusing my power for personal gain and blatantly concealing the truth behind the Ryuji case from years ago.
Ryuji?
Seriously, do I really seem like the type of person who'd do that?
Concealing the truth? That definitely sounds like something you would do.
Hey, don't judge a book by its cover, alright? Let's just go to the detective agency and talk to Songo. We'll need to speak with her to get to the bottom of this.
I will say, just in general, this game has such good voice acting. Like, the actors honestly seem to know their characters, or know the intention behind their lines, which is not something that can be said about all games and or movies. And there's enough nuance to the voice acting that, like, yeah, they got some damn talented people for this. And, like, I know it's not originally in English, which says another thing about how they found good voice actors for this. They found them in multiple languages. Though I can't really say
back,
how good
Mr.
the others
Heizo.
were.
I'm glad you're all right. How about some tonkatsu? You must have missed the taste of home after so long.
Maybe next time, Ryuji. Seems like somebody's been expecting me. And I'm afraid they're only going to be disappointed once again.
Well, well, look who it is. The great Detective Heizo. What nonsense were you talking about just now? I've been worried about you, you know. So much so that I took the trouble to write that heartfelt letter to the Tenryo Commission. Well, was it sufficiently flattering for you?
Uh-oh, they're at it again.
Yep.
Let's not waste the traveler's time, Songo. Just tell me, what do you want?
Fine by me. My request is simple. Disclose all the details of the Ryuji case. It's time you stop hiding the truth and let me investigate it thoroughly.
First of all, that case has already been solved. Second, I've disclosed everything the police station has on the case. And third...
Enough! You can only fool Ryuji with that. If you don't want to cooperate, I can assure you that I will write more letters to the headquarters of the Tenryo Commission. I will not give up on this case.
Wait, hold on.
Not giving up on a closed
Please explain
case.
what's going on here. Paimon doesn't have a clue what you two are talking about.
Of course not.
All right, let me explain. Several years ago, a terrible murder took place in the police station. I was still working at the Tenryo Commission then, and the victim was actually my dear boss. Due to various factors, I was deemed to be the top suspect, which is why it's called the Ryuji case. Also, Hazel wasn't a part of the police station back then. He was a detective at the agency.
Oh, they're former
which
partners!
At the time was called the Bonton Sango and Heizo Detective Agency.
Huh? That's crazy! But, wait. Then why did Hazel leave?
After the incident, I was quickly convicted and sent to prison. Fortunately, Sango then promptly proved my innocence and caught the real murderer.
But that murderer was actually just a dummy to throw us off. Am I right, Detective Shikanoin?
Sango thought that everything went smoothly, so much so that she suspected the real murderer was someone else. Of course, Detective Heizo was also helping with the investigation, but after a long time, he still came up empty-handed. Later on, he decided to join the police station to continue his investigation on the inside, which is why he left the detective agency.
Ha! That's what I thought too. I was foolish enough to believe that Detective Shikanoing and I shared a common goal. But I was wrong about him. He has no sense of loyalty at all. He just wanted to become an official as a means of gaining fame and fortune.
Come on, stop exaggerating. Let me set the record straight here. First, I joined the police station long after that murder case happened, and it had nothing to do with any inside investigation. That's just somebody's wishful thinking. Second, purely out of curiosity, I did investigate the case later from within the police station. My conclusion was that the suspect Sango had caught was in fact the real murderer. And lastly, when Sango didn't buy my conclusion and asked me to disclose all related case files from the police station, I did exactly as she asked. I didn't hide anything.
He's lying right through his teeth.
That's it. I want this to end once and for all. Since the Traveler's my supervisor today, they have complete access to all the police station's files. If he's willing to help re-examine the case and arrives at the same conclusion that I did, then you won't have to doubt me anymore.
Whoa. Huh?
Unless you don't trust the Traveler.
Third party, bitch!
Come on, say it.
It's not about whether the Traveler's trustworthy. I'm just wondering if you will interfere somehow.
Sounds like he doesn't even
The thought
want
never
to.
even crossed my mind.
You have to swear that you will not
wants this
mislead the
to be
Traveler by
over.
any means, and let him investigate the truth on his own.
No problem. Cross my heart, hope to die.
Well, Traveler, are you willing to help me with this? Will you agree to re-examine the Ryuji case and find the truth? You can bill me later for however much you'd like as compensation.
Sango, really? However much they want.
Don't worry, we're
Money is
reasonable.
valuable, no doubt. But pursuing the truth is the reason I started this agency. The Ryuji case is the only case I failed to solve. I am willing to give you
By the sounds of it, you
anything.
did solve it. No need, a simple thank you will be enough. I'll do my best.
All right. I'm counting on you, Traveler. You hear that, Detective Shikanoin? Ha! Now we just need to wait and see.
All right, I got it. No need to keep yammering like that. You'll scare the kids next door. Come on, let's go back to the police station.
This is going to end with a heartfelt apology. Either way, I kind of hope that, because this is leading to two different endings. I hope the endings aren't who's right, whether he's right or she's right. I do hope they're that. I mean, one of them is going to be the truth of the matter, but I don't know what the other would be in that case.
Alright, hang out here for a sec. I need to go to the archives to get the case files. For now, why don't you go and chat with Yoriki Owada over there? He worked on this case too back in the day.
You seem to really want me to look into this.
No, you misunderstand. It's not that I want you to look into this. It's just that you're the only one who can. You're the only one I can think of who Sango would ever believe. She trusts in both your qualities and abilities, so I hope your findings can finally convince her and put an end to this whole thing. Sure, she's just writing complaint letters for now, but who knows what she'll do in the future. Alright, I'll go get those case files. You go ahead and talk to Yoriki Owada for a while.
I feel like she'd wonder if you're tampering with things if we didn't go with you, but, sure.
Oh, hello there.
Heizo sent me to talk to you about the Ryuji case.
The Ryuji case? Oh, so you want to reinvestigate that one? That was several years ago now, but I still remember it clearly. It's pretty hard to forget something like that. Especially when the victim was the head of this police station. His name was Takatsukasa Isamu, the younger brother of Takatsukasa Susumu, head of the Takatsukasa clan.
That's a lot of
really
S's.
One of a kind. Decisive, brave, and smart. He was much younger than me, and already had quite a reputation. I'm sure he would have gone far in the Tenryou Commission, if only he was still alive. What a shame. Who would have guessed someone was plotting against him?
They said Ryuji was the top suspect.
People will believe anything they hear. Everyone in the police station knew that Ryuji saw Takatsukasa Isamu like a father. Ryuji was an orphan, you know. Before he joined the station, he had been taking odd jobs here and there. It was Isamu who really took him under his wing. Ryuji was simple and not particularly bright, but he was very loyal to those who treated him well. He's also hardworking. Isamu must have seen these qualities in him and decided to keep Ryuji by his side. Ryuji worked with him for years after that, and was even promoted to be his personal assistant. Do you really think Ryuji would do anything to harm him?
So, then why was Ryuji convicted? Even Paimon can tell that's a mistake.
Well, here comes the interesting part of the case. Within a week, and before all the loose ends had even been tied up, Ryuji received his conviction. Moreover, it was signed by Madame Kujo Sara.
What? Why would Sara do something like that?
What do you think, Owada?
I'm getting older now, and my eyesight is poor. I can't see too clearly anymore.
Hey, come on, Yoriki Owada, there's nothing to see. It's obvious that the Kujo clan did it.
You can't just go around saying things like that, Wisuki. Those were just hearsay. There was no evidence.
That's not true. Traveler, you may be unaware that the Takatsukasa clan has always been assisting the Kujo clan in the Tenryou Commission. But who doesn't want to be the boss, right? And Takatsukasa Isamu was the key figure for the Takatsukasa clan to bring down the Kujo clan. At that time, no one was held in higher regard than Isamu. So, naturally, the Kujo clan saw him as a potential threat. Kujo Takayuki must have been planning it all along, that rascal. Takayuki is able to control the Takatsukasa clan as long as he's in power. But by the time he retires, Isamu would have been at the apex of his political power, while Masahito and Kamaji of the Kujo clan would still have been too young. The two of them wouldn't stand a chance against Isamu. You think Kujo Takayuki would simply sit back while Isamu gained traction? So he decided to strike first.
You youngsters and your conspiracy theories.
No, it's true. It's the only way to explain it. Otherwise, why would an impartial person like Madame Kujo Sara sign Ryuji's conviction so quickly? They had to find a scapegoat to pacify the Takatsukasa clan, so Kujo Takayuki must have told her to sign it immediately. I'm not accusing Madame Kujo Sara of anything, mind you. I respect her very much. But maybe she had no other choice.
What do you know?
I'm sure Madame Kujo-Sara must have had her own reasons.
What about the real murderer who was later caught by Sango?
The guy was a forensic expert who worked in the station named Shiroyama. I have to admit, he wasn't easy to track down. That Sango really is something, though. She caught him without even breaking a sweat. It turned out that after poisoning Isamu, Shiroyama secretly took the poison to Ryuji's place in order to frame him. Later on, the poison was also found in the forensic office, but that was already after Shiroyama's death. He confessed everything in a testament.
That's right. He hung himself in the forensic office not long after Sango was on his trail. Probably because he knew it was only a matter of time before he would be caught. Of course, he didn't admit whether he had been prompted by Kujo Takayuki. He took the responsibility alone. I bet Kujo Takayuki promised him a sizable compensation.
Earlier.
After all, Shiroyama had a family to feed.
There you go again, pulling conclusions out of thin air. There wasn't any evidence of that at all.
Listen, I can almost guarantee that it was the Takatsukasa clan who invited Sango to investigate. We all knew that Ryuji was just a scapegoat. You think the Takatsukasa clan wouldn't figure that out? They're not stupid. So, they were suspicious of the Kujo clan and invited Sango to take the case. However, the Kujo clan were still a step ahead and were able to remove themselves from the situation before the whole thing blew up. They drove Shiroyama to take all the blame as well as his own life. A perfectly clean cut for the Kujo clan. With Shiroyama dead, there was no one left to testify. Even the Electro Archon herself wouldn't be able to do anything.
You make up stuff faster than a politician. It's a wonder nobody's asked you to be an advisor yet.
Hey, that's their loss.
The whole thing is starting to sound complicated.
Hey, I brought the files. I bet you got quite an earful just now, huh? But don't believe everything they say. After all, people can tell you anything, and it's hard to separate truth from rumors without facts. So what really matters is the case files. Everything laid out here is all that the police station has about the case. Please, take a look. Remember, you may find many clues during an investigation, but not all of them are useful. And in some cases, the clues you will find will not only be useless, but downright misleading. Also, if a clue cannot corroborate anything on its own, you can always compare it with other clues, and maybe then you'll find what you're looking for. Okay, that should just about do it. I'm looking forward to your results.
Hold on. What actually counts as a result?
Usually, you need to find two things from these clues: a proven motive and proven means. Once you can confirm these two things, the criminal can be proven guilty.
I understand.
All right, you can go ahead and get started now. I look forward to hearing your verdict.
Do I actually have to read through these? Just as oh, they're over here, aren't they? Oh, jeez. Okay. All right. The deceased, Takatsukasa Isamu, 41 years old, police station manager. Clothes intact at the time of death. No visible trauma observed on the body, no sign of a struggle. The throat was congested and swollen, caused by a cold before his death. Local ulceration was found in the stomach and intestines, caused by a novel toxin found in the stomach contents. Stomach contents include partially undigested soft rice residue, small volume of fish liver paste residue, main ingredient of which is highly concentrated fish liver extract, a valuable nutritional supplement. Small volume of cold medicine residue containing a large amount of acidic fruit and vegetable extracts. Appears to be a specially prepared medicine from the Office of Forensic Science. Small volume of novel toxin residue, which was found to be the same toxin discovered in the homes of Ryuji and Shiroyama. Cause of death: abdominal mucous membrane disease plus respiratory and circulatory failure triggered by the novel toxin.
Yikes! He ate all kinds of stuff.
So, the autopsy just proves it was poisoning. A week before the incident, Master Takatsukatsu Samu caught a cold and lost his appetite. Rice was all he could eat, and he had been taking some special cold medicine. The night before the incident, he had yet to recover and was still busy with his work, so I was worried about his health. When Dr. Shiroyama came to deliver the medicine, I consulted him about a health supplement. Dr. Shiroyama said fish liver paste could help boost his immune system, so I went to the forensic office to retrieve some and gave it to Master Takatsukatsu. By the next day, really, Master Takatsukatsu was so kind to me, I swear I wouldn't ever do that to him.
Come to think of it, Shiroyama was a forensic doctor. He could easily pull off something like this.
Shiroyama's testament? Oh, wrong button. I murdered Takatsukatsu Samu. I poisoned his cold medicine. Though he appeared to be honest and honorable in public, in secret he asked me to search out a new type of poison to get rid of those who opposed him. He also said that if I refused, he would have thrown me in prison. He used my family to blackmail me. He left me with no choice. I killed him with a new type of poison that I had someone purchase for me from the International Trade Association. To protect myself, I later framed my colleague Ryuji. But now it's only a matter of time before the detective uncovers everything. I know that I've made a big mistake, and there is no escaping it now. Only death awaits me. I merely ask that my family be spared.
Hey, this is the key to proving that Shiroyama was the murderer, right? That is, if he was telling the truth, of course.
Samu's message. A note placed within Shiroyama's testament. After comparing the handwriting, it was confirmed to have been written by the deceased Takatsukatsu Samu.
Shiroyama, long time no see. I trust the thing I asked you for is in progress? I paid a visit to your home today while you weren't around. Thankfully, your wonderful wife welcomed me in. She's a fine woman, a perfect match for you. Your wife is 5 months pregnant, I believe. Fancy that, my wife too. I took the liberty of returning once more to provide her with some health supplements, even helped administer them to her myself. She was most grateful indeed. You will be equally grateful to me, no doubt. Then don't keep me waiting.
Takatsukasa Isamu seems like a thoughtful person, but something about the tone sounds weird.
Yeah. Conviction of Ryuji. The suspect, Ryuji, 20 years old, Doshin, a subordinate of the deceased Takatsukatsu Samu. Ryuji grew to resent his boss, Takatsukatsu Samu, following conflict at work. He then secretly bought a bottle of poison to kill him in revenge. Unused poison was later found in the suspect Ryuji's house. For the crime of premeditated murder, Ryuji is ordered to remain in temporary incarceration awaiting trial. This file shall be kept as evidence. Signed, Kujo Sara.
Wow. Ryuji's conviction really was signed by Kujo Sara. But now we know she had it wrong.
Conviction of Shiroyama. The suspect, Shiroyama, 22 years old, forensic doctor, a subordinate of the deceased Takatsukatsu Samu. Shiroyama grew to resent his boss, Takatsukatsu Samu, following conflict at work. He then secretly bought a bottle of poison to kill him in revenge. Unused poison was later found in the suspect's office. In his testament, he confessed to having planted the poison found in Ryuji's house. For the crime of premeditated murder, Shiroyama is hereby sentenced to death. Punishment cannot be carried out as the subject ended his own life before the execution could take place. This file shall be kept as evidence. Signed, Kujo Sara.
Huh. So Shiroyama's conviction was also signed by Kujo Sara, just like Ryuji's.
And started off phrased exactly the same. Toxicology report. On the toxin that caused Takatsukatsu Isamu's death. An odorless, tasteless, and inert substance, soluble in water but insoluble in other substances, has the properties of a synthetic toxin, appears as a fine white powdery substance in its normal state, tentative name, white powder. The station has investigated the ledgers of all domestic commerce guilds. No transaction record for such an item was found.
A synthetic toxin? What's that?
It means it was created rather than taken from plants. Last but not least, the research log. It's blank. Looks like someone tore out a few pages.
Huh? That's weird. There's nothing here. This must be some of the false information that Hazel told us to look out for.
Is that all we got? Didn't think so. Interesting.
So, what did you find? Have you come to a conclusion?
I mean, we looked through all the files, so I have to choose this one.
Really? You found the criminal's motive and means that quickly? Awesome. All right, let's talk about the motive first. What clue reveals the criminal's motive? Excellent work. According to the victim's message, the two had deep conflicts. Although we cannot confirm whether the poison had been requested by the victim or not, it is true that Isamu used Shiroyama's family to blackmail him. Such circumstances could be enough motive for Shiroyama to commit the crime.
But wasn't Takatsukasa Isamu good to Shiroyama? He even went to Shiroyama's house to bring health supplements.
And he took that as a threat to his family.
But maybe he didn't really bring health supplements. Maybe it was something bad.
Is that what you think, Paimon? Well, we later found out that what Takatsukasa Isamu sent to Shiroyama's house was indeed health supplements. But if you consider the circumstances, what he sent wasn't important. What was important is that sending the supplements was actually a dangerous signal. Isamu was essentially implying, I can put anything in your wife's supplements at any time. If you really care about her safety, then get me what I want.
So scary! Your assumption sounds like a real threat! You're not...
You don't really catch criminals by standing in the light, do you? Basically, these two clues work to verify each other, and the murderer's motive is confirmed. Now, all that's left is the means of the crime.
Okay.
Next, which clue confirms the criminal's means? So, what did you find? Have you come to a conclusion?
We looked through all the files. The means, right? The log with the missing pages, autopsy report, and the testament. Autopsy report, testament, and toxicology report. And testimony conviction. So let's go with this one again.
Bingo! The autopsy report confirms that the cause of death was a special toxin. The testament indicates that Shiroyama used his position as a forensic expert to mix the toxin into the cold medicine taken by the deceased. But is that really the truth? Is it not possible that the toxin was mixed into the fish liver paste? Well, according to the toxicology report, this white powder only dissolves in water. Neither rice nor the fish liver paste could be used as a carrier of the toxin. The cold medicine was the only option. Putting the poison elsewhere would not only fail to guarantee a lethal dose, but would also increase the chance of it being noticed by the deceased. Therefore, the means is also confirmed.
Add that to the motive for the crime and... Whoa! So the murderer really was Shiroyama!
Yep, pretty clear cut, wouldn't you say? Look, I really don't know what Sango was so suspicious about.
Those ripped out pages, probably. But we need to get one ending before we get the last one.
It's pretty clear cut. Huh. You could say it's almost too clear cut.
Wait, I still have some questions.
Oh? Well, let's hear them. Maybe I have answers. What's bugging you?
Whoa, these are long. Let's see. Based on the convictions written by Kujo Sara and Ryuji Shirayama, the two committed the same crime. Why are their punishments different? Why is the research log from the Office of Forensic Science blank? Someone tear out the pages. Toxicology report mentioned that this poison isn't sold in Inazuma. Shirayama's testament said it was bought by the International Trade Association. Wow, those are all good questions. I'll start with the research log being blank because that was an obvious one. If we do come back to this, I'll be saying this one.
This also puzzles me. Maybe someone doesn't want us being privy to the content inside, or maybe Shirayama tore a bunch of pages out by accident. But regardless, this isn't essential to the case. Like I said before, a lot of what comes up in an investigation is irrelevant information. The crucial elements are Shirayama's motive and means, which we have established.
Oh, we get to say the others. I'll start with this one then, because I am curious. Based on the convictions written by Kujo Sara for Ryuji and Shirayama, the two committed the same crime. Why are their punishments different?
Very nice. Top marks for attention to detail. It doesn't have any real bearing on the case, but let me explain how that works for you. So, why would Madame Kujo Sara sign one conviction sentencing Ryuji to temporary incarceration awaiting trial, and another conviction sentencing Shirayama to death?
My guess would be because we had a lot more evidence the second time.
You may have heard some rumors back at the station that when this case first came up, the Kujo clan higher-ups were in dire need of a scapegoat to keep the Takatsukasa clan off their backs. And poor Ryuji became the successful candidate. In less than a week, the conviction was drafted, sent to Madame Kujo Sara, and signed. Allegedly, she knew what it was about as soon as she saw it, and signed it with no questions asked. But anyone who buys this story clearly doesn't know that much about Madame Kujo Sara. She's the most principled person in the entire Tenryou Commission, for goodness sake. So, how would she respond to a case filled with unanswered questions and no confession from the suspect?
Oh, you mean...
Yeah.
Exactly. Before
Pretty
she
much
signed
what
it,
I said.
She changed Ryuji's conviction from the death sentence to temporary incarceration. Ryuji escaped a disastrous fate without ever realizing it. Had Madame Kujo Sara not changed his sentence, Sango would have been seeking justice for a dead man.
Why was Sara so lenient with Ryuji?
That's the wrong question.
Yeah.
This wasn't about Ryuji, but Madame Kujo Sara's principles. The conviction could have been for a Ryuji, a Guji, heck, even a Tanuki, and she would have made the same decision. Given the enormous pressure she was under at the time, I'd say she did the most she could. Don't you think?
Pressure? Really? Was someone higher up putting pressure on Sara?
The pressure came from all sides. The deceased was the leader of the police station and the rising star of the Takatsukasa clan. All eyes were on this case. How this became reduced to the unimaginative rumor that Madame Kujo Sara convicted Ryuji under pressure from her superiors, I have no idea.
Ugh. Rumors here, conspiracy theories there. Ugh. Lies at every turn.
Fortunately, Madame Kujo Sara works in an open and transparent manner, and pays no heed to rumors like this. She just rolls her eyes and forgets all about them.
How do you know?
Just because she has never publicly clarified the truth doesn't mean she was hiding anything. So when I asked her about it, saying it was relevant to a case I was working on, she just told me how it was. Believe me, in this case, more than any other, I have checked every last detail.
And last but not least, the toxicology report mentioned that this poison isn't sold anywhere in Inazuma, but Shirayama's testament said it was bought at the International Trade Association.
Maybe the report was wrong. The International Trade Association is a gathering place for merchants from all over. Countless merchants pass through the port of Rito every day. It's natural for there to be a couple of missing records here and there.
Poison, so he could have made it.
I've answered all your lingering questions, and you've checked all the material the police station has, so what do you think? Case closed?
Paimon still feels like something doesn't add up. But then again, Hazel did give us all the files the police station had. Ugh, this is annoying.
We've seen everything that the police station has. Now I see the problem.
I don't follow. Enlighten me.
At the detective agency, you told Sango, I've disclosed everything the police station has on the case. When we started to look at the files, you said to us, everything laid out here is all the police station has about the case. Just now, you said it again. You've checked all the material the police station has.
Huh, right! Why do you keep emphasizing police station every single time?
You tell me. Why do I keep emphasizing police station every time?
Because you're trying to hint that there is other information that the police station doesn't have.
So we're finally here, huh? I was starting to think our investigation was about to end a little early. That would have been a real shame. Man alive, you finally saw through my little game. You're absolutely right. There is
Gave him
other
a few
information
ticks,
that the
it's not
police
bad.
station doesn't have. Reason being? It's my own evidence. And this evidence should help answer a couple of your questions more clearly. Why was the research log from the Office of Forensic Science blank? And where did the white powder come from?
Aha! Paimon knew you were keeping secrets!
We asked about those.
Don't you have secrets too?
Nope, definitely not.
Paimon, we don't know
Let's
what
talk
you
somewhere
are.
else.
Of
This
course
isn't
you have
the best
secrets.
place for this discussion.
An ideal detective am I. Something tells me that's for, like, actually reading and going through everything. Because you probably won't get all of those options, all of those conversation options, if you don't read all of the evidence. We're gonna run out, aren't we?
This is a quiet spot. Let's talk here. All right. Here's the secret I've been keeping all along. The torn out pages from the research log of the Office of Forensic Science.
Great! But Paimon can't believe you kept this a secret all this time!
It's not like you think. I wasn't the one who tore out the pages. Look, just read it over first.
Acidic nutrients extracted from the Syncetia were mixed with the oil extracted from the fish liver. When the mixture was purified, the formation of a fine, powdery substance was observed. Over the course of a week, forest boars to whom this substance had been administered suffered first from damaged and diseased skin mucous membranes, followed by respiratory failure, then death. The mixing and purification procedure was then repeated, but replacing the Syncetia with concentrated Syncetia juice, and fish liver with concentrated fish liver paste. A large quantity of the powdery substance was procured. When forest boars were administered this dose, the time to death was reduced from 1 week to a few hours. See appendix for lethal dose analysis. Researcher, Shirayama.
Finished? Do you see now? The method used by the perpetrator to commit his crime wasn't by putting the white powder in the cold medicine.
Yeah, the cold medicine and the fish liver paste were mixed to form the white powder.
That's correct. The white powder was Shiroyama's invention. As a forensic doctor, he provided a special cold medicine for Takatsukasa Isamu. The autopsy report showed that this medicine contained a high volume of acidic fruit and vegetable extracts. Then, he tricked Ryuji into sending fish liver paste to Takatsukasa Isamu. When the two substances were taken together, a toxic dose of the substance formed in his body. This is the real modus operandi.
Oh, that's awful!
Still the same
One was
suspect.
medicine,
Or same
and the other was an
culprit.
expensive nutritional supplement. Both completely harmless.
True.
He did some science
both
in
are
his gut.
harmless on their own, but when combined, poof. That's it.
Why didn't Shirayama admit this in his testament? There was no need for him to hide it.
It was not him who wanted to hide it, but the person pulling the strings behind him.
Huh. You mean there was someone else pulling the strings?
Okay.
Aren't you curious where I found these pages from the research log? It was in Kujo Takayuki's secret warehouse. After I found the missing pages, I did some digging around and found out that Shiroyama had worked for Kujo Takayuki before joining the police station. The Kujo clan secretly provided Shiroyama with funds to study forensic science. I guess you could say that Kujo Takayuki's investment paid dividends in this case. Of course, I had only learned all of this after the Vision Hunt decree came to an end. Kujo Takayuki had lost his grip on power, and the Tenryou Commission was undergoing a general reshuffle. To avoid coming under suspicion, Madame Kujo Sara put me in charge of building a case against Kujo Takayuki. I found a huge stash of fish liver paste in his secret warehouse. Nothing hugely incriminating about that, of course, but I still took the trouble to open each and every package until finally, I had to concede that this really was just a huge stash of fish liver paste. But then, underneath the floor tiles, where the fish liver paste was stacked, I found a secret compartment with this torn-off research report lying inside.
So it was him who wanted to frame Ryuji all along. What a nasty piece of work.
Let's review the whole case from the top. First, Takatsukasa Isamu, for whatever reason, noticed Shiroyama's talent as a forensic doctor and asked him to develop a special poison on his behalf. But Shiroyama was already working for the Kujo clan, so he refused. Takatsukasa Isamu wasn't about to take no for an answer, and that's where things took a dark turn. He twisted Shiroyama's arm by making a veiled threat to harm his family. All Shiroyama could do was to secretly report everything to Kujo Takayuki. When Takayuki learned what was happening, he instructed Shiroyama to pretend to cooperate with Takatsukasa Isamu, then kill the latter with the white powder once it was fully developed. Meanwhile, Ryuji's only role in this case was to deliver the fish liver paste to Takatsukasa Isamu on Shiroyama's orders, completely unaware of the fact that he was being used as a pawn and that this was a key ingredient needed to create the poison. After the incident, Kujo Takayuki hoped to make Ryuji the fall guy, until the death sentence was stalled when it reached Madame Kujo Sara. In the meantime, Sango had begun her own investigation. Kujo Takayuki grew nervous that the truth would get out, so he threw Shiroyama to the wolves, hounding him to death and erasing all traces of contact between the two. And yet, he wanted to keep this secret formula, so he hid it. Greedy guy, that Takayuki. He must have wanted to have it on hand just in case he needed to employ it again in the future, and make someone else disappear.
This Kujo Takayuki is an evil lunatic. We've got to report this to A. Whatever his current punishment is, it needs to be 10 times worse.
That would be practically impossible. One research log found in his warehouse doesn't prove anything. Even I can think of 100 excuses. Besides, Ryuji directly contributed to Takatsukasa Isamu's death by delivering the fish liver paste to him. The fact that he was unaware of the true nature of the situation doesn't matter.
But he's still innocent, right? Isn't it just a coincidence? Paimon really doesn't get how the law works.
Legally speaking, the judge would most likely rule that it was accidental. But in practice, Ryuji may still have to end up shouldering some responsibility.
So basically, you've been hiding the truth all this time to protect Ryuji.
Mental trauma doesn't heal as easily as physical wounds. My biggest worry is that Ryuji would struggle to cope if he knew the truth. He's like an innocent child. He freely gives his trust and his love to everyone that treats him well. That's why he thought of Takatsukasa Isamu as a father figure. I'm pretty sure that to this day, he has never paused to wonder whether Takatsukasa Isamu was actually a good person, or if Sango just hired him as a gopher, or why I left the detective agency. If he found out the facts about Takatsukasa Isamu, I'm afraid it would crush him.
So, why are you revealing the truth to me today?
Well,
there wouldn't be a story without
as you can see, I'm a little less confident than people might think. To prevent Ryuji from getting hurt, I covered up the truth. But by doing so, have I held him back? Did I do the right thing? I couldn't turn to anyone for help, and everyone around me thinks I'm so smart that I should just be able to handle every case on my own. Even if I tried to discuss it with them, they'd just say, "Don't be ridiculous, Mr. Hazo, no problem's too difficult for you." But you're different. Unlike them, you don't have that kind of prejudice towards me. You've traveled far and wide and have had all kinds of experiences. It must have taught you a lot. Most importantly, my intuition tells me that you're someone special, that I can trust you and that you can help me.
Intuition is a thing,
right?
It seems.
So, I'd like you to be the one to decide whether we should expose the truth or not.
So this is where the split is, probably. I need to think about that.
Oh, you don't need to tell me what you decide, and you certainly don't need to decide right now. Let's just say I'm leaving this teensy tiny matter up to you. All right, let's head back to the detective agency. You can mull it over on the way. Once you've made up your mind, just tell Ryuji and Sango your verdict.
And there's the research log. Oh man, okay, I'm gonna check because I'm curious. Yeah, this hasn't split yet. Which means your answer here is what is going to cause the split, which is good, because that'll mean that to get that last ending, we won't have to go through too much.
Hey, Traveler. Hey, Detective Hazo. You're back already, huh? I bet you're tired. Well, I just bought some tonkatsu. Care to join me? There's plenty for everyone.
We'd love to. But wouldn't you like to
Food!
hear the results of our
Wait.
investigation first?
No matter what you were able to find, it's all in the past and won't ever change. So I think we'd better chow down first. Besides, if Sango's not happy with the results, we might not have anything to eat later.
Come on, Ryuji, pipe down. Let's hear the Traveler's conclusion first.
Yeah.
Okay then. Over to you, Hazel and Traveler.
Don't worry, just tell us your findings. Everyone trusts you, as do I.
We're probably going to be doing both of these. Yeah, so let's just do one then the other. Sango was wrong about Hazo, and the murderer was indeed Shirayama.
Well, what do you know? I suspected that was the case. Please rest in peace, Master Takatsukasa.
No, impossible. Traveler, are you sure you checked every last file carefully?
Trust me, I did.
Ugh, no, you little Shikanoing Hazo. You didn't pull any shenanigans on the Traveler, did you?
Sango, no accusations without evidence, remember?
The truth is out and the case is closed, Sango. Please don't send any more of your harassment letters to the Tenryo Commission. Well, I really owe it to you, Traveler. I'll be sure to properly thank you later. Until then, see ya.
Hey, you're not going anywhere.
Yep. With a broom! There's one secret that only we know of. But we're not done yet. Yep.
Hey, Traveler, you're back already.
We'd love to.
No matter what you were able to find, it's all in the past and won't ever change. So I think we'd better chow down first. Besides, if...
Come on, Ryuji, pipe down. Let's hear the Traveler's conclusion first.
Okay.
Don't worry, just tell us your findings. Everyone trusts you, as do I.
Curious what'll happen to the heart meter when I do this one. Detective Hazo hid some evidence. The truth of the matter is... Tell him the whole truth about the Ryuji case.
But how? How could this be?
Huh. So, that's what really
So
happened?
yeah, you did find the murderer.
Ryuji,
There's just a bit more.
I know it's hard to accept,
Bit more
but
truth to it.
Wait a minute. Sorry, I have quite the stomach ache. Sango, can I take the day off?
Sure, of course. Take the week if you need it.
Oh, he runs away in a fluster.
Oh, Paimon hopes Ryuji will be okay.
I didn't expect things to turn out like this.
just give him some time to himself. I think he'll eventually come to accept it.
I'm still a little worried, though. What if he doesn't come to work tomorrow?
Then we'll go to him. Don't you worry about that, Sango. You need some time to process all of this, too.
Oh, shit. Okay, so it continues farther. Following day, 8. Oh, good. It's just before midnight, so the following day is in a few minutes. Don't have to go around 24 hours. Oop. If that's not soon enough, we just wait a few seconds. Yep. 4 seconds, in fact. Because minutes are seconds in this game, apparently.
Ah,
or seconds
you're
are
here.
this game's minutes.
Don't worry. Ryuji came earlier this morning. I guess he can handle a lot more than I had thought. I was honestly worried he'd suffer a breakdown. But as of today, it seems he'll be fine.
Is he not here?
He went over to Natsuke Nogen Crafts to buy something.
Let's go find him then. Shall we?
Before you go, Heizo, I kind of understand now what you meant when you left.
Oh, really? I'm happy to hear you say that. All right, time to find Ryuji.
Wait, aren't you going to say Ryuji?
What did Heizo say to you when he left the agency?
Huh. Now that I think about it, it's like a slap in the face. He said, some things will always be more important than the truth.
Ooh. Alright. Yeah, we're going a bit over time, but I'm finishing this tonight. Yeah, not even gonna bother with the possibility of streaming the event quest, because there's gonna be a lot of exploration since it's a new area. I've done it with some of the others. It's probably not even gonna be voiced, which is fine by me for not doing it on stream. I hope you don't mind. No one's gonna mind. No one watches my streams.
Look, there's Ryuji! With a little kid, too!
Tsukatsukasa
Is he
Chica.
playing our toys? Uncle Ryuji, was my daddy handsome? I've never seen what he looked like.
No pictures?
Of course. Takatsukasa Isamu was a very handsome man. Also, it's not uncle. Call me brother.
But you look so old.
Well, I'm still your brother.
Sort of.
Huh? How come?
Because he treated me like a son.
Ahem.
Huh? Who are you guys?
We're friends with your big brother Ryuji, and with your father too.
Oh, really? Yay! I've met loads of my daddy's friends today. Can you tell me some stories about him?
Remember, mentioned that
I
his
really
wife was
wanna hear
pregnant at the
them.
time.
Sure. Why, I know enough stories about your old man that if I started talking now, you'd be all grown up before I finished them.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, I don't want to grow up too soon then. Maybe when I'm 100. No, 200 years old. No, 300 years old. Yep, I'm gonna wait until I'm 300 years old before I become a grown-up, so that I can make sure I finish all the stories first.
Aw. The famous detective's principles. Some things will always be more important than the truth. Good shot. Okay. Oop, not you. All endings reached. Alright, let's take a look here. Where's the heart? We got 3 from this one. Sanganamiya's supplications. Ask Goro whether Kokomi knows about the happenings on Watatsumi Island. An ideal detective am I. Correctly analyze the motives and truth behind the crime the first time. Oh, you only have one chance of getting this? I feel lucky. And you thought we were for real, eh? Complete Trapping by Storm will knock all endings. Alright. And as with almost every Genshin stream, we will end in front of the Adventurers Guild. Well, that was fascinating. Took me, oh, yeah, about 3 hours. That's a full stream. And I started a bit later than I intended today, so we went overtime, technically. Here for now.
Rebooting.
And let's see about a raid. I believe tomorrow, like, since I'm going to probably start this event quest tonight off stream, whether or not its voice is of no consequence, I'm not going to stream it. Next game we have up is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Since the third one was recently open for pre-orders, and I've heard mixed reviews of the second one in the series, and I really enjoyed the first one. But I decided to buy it. All right. Oh man. Oh man, there are options. Quite a few good options for it is Friday, right? So normally on Friday we send y'all off to the Where You 101. So I think we'll go with that. I see Chi-Chi and Kimrai over there. Oh man, Kimrai doesn't show up too much anymore. She's kind of on hiatus. Or at least from her own stuff. She still shows up in the 101 once in a while. Alright, well. Until next time, this is the Pirate King signing off. Have a good night.